I know it has that winter theme. Like he probably have like that whole like winter cover album or some shit, or he could have an album where it looks like he has a whole bunch of like jewelry on, just about like.
So yeah, it could Joe like a whole lot of like cubes and shit. Like yeah, like
Yeah, he could start a whole thing where pretty much. Well, I mean, of course, jewelry is a thing, but like wearing ice on during the summer, basically, like
you think you another thing like you think he just trying to ride the. You think he just trying to what you how you say it like learn the vibes of like you feel what I'm saying? Like he trying to catch like whatever the tempo of whatever going on is. Like that's why he like you can only get the album can only get better as long as he wait to put it out, right? Because I mean it's more shit he can write about, right? So it's like you think he doing that on purpose?
I mean, to be honest, bro, and I ain't I ain't throwing shade at him or nothing. I'm trying to come at him, but I'm just saying, I feel like he just waited for everything to die down with the whole Kendrick thing.
That shit is I mean it's kind of crazy, right, Rob? Because this is the first right. This is his first solo album after the Jones. It's kind of always gonna be like that until he released this Jones.
I mean, yeah, but then, like
Niggas
even
wanted
then,
this show is
you
like
even still
John's
had
rebuttal.
Kendrick for like you had Kendrick winning like all his Grammys and shit. So I
Yeah,
feel
this
like even
shit
then he didn't want to drop that shit in the midst of him winning like Grammys and all that or whatever. Like,
nigga fresh off winning Grammys.
yeah, so I
Right.
mean, I feel like yeah, he's just taking his time. I mean, like you said, yeah, just getting with the time, keeping up with the times and shit for real, for real. I mean, he traveled all around the place, so he always has something to really like talk about for real, for real.
My
Hell, I
biggest
wouldn't be surprised if he throw a Adonis on the fucking song for real, for real. Like,
my biggest letdown if it's like if it's anything like Scorpion, I think that's I don't I think that I think this needs to be the way that people look at this joint. This joint need to be like a top three. This don't need to be a top three type level jump from him. Like Kanye released three jump. We can go back and forth about whatever Kanye's best albums is. That's not the point of the conversation. But what I'm saying is this next joint he need to make it need to be like a classic, bro. It need to be. We don't need to be like, man. I wish Drake rapped more on this jump. We don't need to be like that. Like this jump is supposed to be the lyric. Like this is supposed to be the rap Drake. I feel like I don't feel like he should rob his fans of that shit. I feel like it should be more rapping songs on the joint than singing songs, which you know is gonna be singing songs on that bitch. But I hope if it's rapping songs, then I can talk shit again. I can talk shit again.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm
really,
saying?
he just needs to have a whole balance. Like, even if it ain't like a whole bunch of rapping and shit, like he
Niggas
could
take him
even do a
serious
mix
when
of
he
any
rap.
songs where he's like rapping and singing at the same. Well, rapping and singing on the joint for real, for real. Like,
This joint need to be like, I ain't gonna say it need to be take care level, bro. This joint need to be, it can't be no worse than thank me later. It gotta be on in between those two, bro.
I mean, I feel what you're saying. It's just that he pretty much just need to stop dropping mediocre albums.
Mediocre albums that just getting them by and shit like that. Like he's dropping face value albums. Just because it got his name on it, it's gonna hit the shelves, niggas gonna buy it. It's not good work. What is honestly never mind, bro? What the fuck was that? That whole album is niggas dick eating. That whole album is niggas dick eating and bots. I'm a Drake fan and I can tell you that. Like you know how niggas make music and then niggas just write the fire sign just to write it. They don't even listen to the song. Niggas just write the fire sign. Like that's basically like niggas how niggas do Drake, bro. Niggas dick eat pause, like you know what I'm saying, and boost. I think with Kendrick, not even trying to compare him, it's more substance. J. Cole, the music is more substance. You know what I'm saying? Like you listen to that album right here, this album right here, which I've been listening to like 96 consecutive times from start to beginning. You ain't got to skip a joke. This joke to me is like that shit crazy. Like I fuck with
I
this
mean,
joke,
yeah,
bro.
because when you go back on the shit that he dropped in the past so far, I mean, I don't really see nothing that was like his early shit for real. Like, I mean, Scorpion probably was like his last joint that was at least like.
That jump was like a three and a half, four. Jump was close. That's as close as it could be to in between that level I'm talking about.
But then yeah, like Certified Lover Boy,
You don't
Honestly
like
Never
that jump?
Mind, Her Laws, and For All the Dogs. Like, yeah, nah, all that shit was just mediocre for real, for real.
You think Certified Lover Boy is mediocre though? Be honest, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah,
it got some songs. Like,
it
I
got a
like Poppy
feature with Jay
song.
Z on it, bro.
I like Poppy's Home. I like, of course, I like Wait. I mean, Way Too Sexy. That was a hit though. I'll say that. Um, Knife Talk. That was a good one too. Yeah, Fountains. That was tough too. I mean, it's just that he dropped so much on here. Like he had 21 songs on this joint. Like he could have did less with this for real, for real.
Did he do better? Did he rap better than Jay Z on that jump?
You talking about Love All?
Yeah, did he rap better than Jay Z?
I don't know. I probably got to re-listen to that one. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had that one on repeat too much. So yeah, I'll at least let's re-listen to that one though. But I mean, if you give it that, I mean, I don't know. That was kind of like after Scorpion. I mean, this Dark Lanes tape demo shit. This is more like a mixtape kind of thing. But
Like a LP or EP, whatever they call it.
yeah, but Certified Lover Boy. I mean, that was kind of getting at least close to like him backtracking at least. But then honestly, never mind her loss, and then for all the dogs, it just wasn't it. I'm not gonna count his collab album with Party Next Door,
You can't count her loss in.
huh?
You can't count her loss in.
Man, he was the main one mostly rapping on that joint. Well, main one mostly
21,
on the
that
joint.
John 21 stepped on that too. That's in his discography too.
Bro, 21 barely had that many songs on there, or barely
It's
was.
in his discography. It's in his discography.
It is, but nah, I ain't.
It's a
Even
21
then, I still
project.
say Party Next the joint with Party Next Door is not all that for real, for real.
Honestly, it's not, but it's a rebuttal after the Kendrick beef, so niggas boosted it to what it was more than what it was supposed to be. Like the whole two songs on that joint, Nokia and the joint, Give Me a Hug. That blew his album up enough for niggas to buy the joint because niggas wanted to hear his verse after a Kendrick diss. This whole album is what that's supposed to be. Niggas gonna hold it to that standard. Like he gonna have to address all the shit he been through. You know what I'm saying? He gonna address all that shit. Niggas, he thought turned on him, all that shit. And it should live up to that level. We ain't gotta go too much deep on that joint, Paul. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Any more musical moments. I mean say musical
I mean, really, it ain't that much right now. I mean, we already kind of touched on like the Cole album for which, like I said, it's gonna get spins throughout the whole year. To be honest with you,
a whole
probably
year.
some songs will still like last like at least like for a little bit longer after a year. But I mean, I'll just say Cole definitely dropped a Grammy nominated. He's definitely gonna win some Grammys off of this joint. And
See,
it's great that he dropped that at the beginning of the year too. And like,
I'm gonna give you your props, Rob, because you ain't gonna give me my props. You put me on to J. Cole, but you know what I'm saying? I put you on a key lock, but you ain't gonna never admit that. But
I
you
don't
know,
know
yeah.
why you keep thinking that. No, you never
That's
did.
a different story. We can move on though, like you know what I mean.
Bro, I heard Russian Cream at Richard Bland, bro.
You a damn lie.
I swear,
You
I
a
swear
damn
to
lie.
God, I heard Russian Cream at Richard Bland because I was listening to Dolph, and then other niggas used to say that Dolph got a cousin named goddamn Key Glock or whatever, and I was saying I won't gonna fuck with him for like that either, cause and I wasn't even really smoking backwoods like that either. But when I heard Russian Cream, then that's when I was like, yeah, I was like, all right, this joint tough, and I actually ended up start loving them joints too though. Cut back
Yeah.
on the Russian Creams now, but
My nigga don't even smoke woods no more. That's crazy.
nope, I'm good. Joints do it all for real.
Yeah, bro. You don't get all that. You don't get all that harsh shit. That's all I smoke is papers now.
Shit, you could put man, I'd just be even trying different like crush joints or whatever, or like yeah, spliffs. Like them joints, that's the shit that also make you like feel some type of feel some different kind of way every time too though.
And nigga, you done did it all, my nigga. You done had dabs. You done pretty much been through every phase of fucking high. Real. So at this point, like, it ain't even like a nigga smoke to get high no more. It's like, yeah, I mean, that always comes with it. Don't get me wrong, it's a bonus, but like, I feel like it's more of a routine at this point. Like, I don't know. It definitely get a nigga through some shit. You feel me? I recommend it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a creative. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy the league ain't turn that shit into like a sports enhancing drug or some shit like that. But that shit definitely helped with the ball skills, bro. I don't know if niggas locked in like niggas get locked in. I'm pretty sure niggas know. It's like
I
a
mean,
known thing in the basketball community.
I
But
mean,
like,
they took that away though. So I mean, niggas could actually smoke, but they just. I mean, I don't believe that they gonna sit there and say what they did to get like better or whatever. Or like, bro, in LA, I'd already know them motherfuckers be in that joint like chiefing whenever they be not playing or whatever, like, and don't even show it to the game. Like, then somebody get in trouble or something too, like just for matter of fact, it was DeAndre Aiden. They said he was traveling back, and they said that he had like weed on him, or like a little small amount of weed on him, or whatever. But they said it wasn't his. I don't know how true that is. It's just something that I saw though on
yeah.
like, Instagram.
Are we done with music?
Yeah,
Oh, y'all just talked about the Cole album.
no, we talked about Drake. I mean, really, we talked about kind of like it's great that J. Cole dropped, and then I kind of want to hear. Well, not even kind of. It would be a great year if Future and Drake would drop their album this year too.
Well, they're definitely going to do that.
Yeah, it's still a long year, bro. It's February. I just realized you said that. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't know about Drake for real. We thought he was gonna drop that shit last year.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still on the way.
I mean, yeah, it's still on the way, but it ain't like no time. It ain't right now. It probably be like Davon said in the wintertime, but I feel like he gonna have like a summer hit though.
Wait, y'all think he dropping in the winter 2026?
Nah, but I mean, the only reason I said that is because it's a winter themed album.
Okay.
I mean, and I said he probably would drop like he probably drop something in the summer just to make it a summertime like hit, like
And I
summer 16, and then like drop some shit at least like we'll drop the album in like fall or whatever, like in August.
Wow,
basically
you
the
think
same
it's gonna
shit he
be
always,
that late?
basically the same shit he always do.
I mean, yeah, he not, bro. He mostly do that. Well, yeah, he do mostly do that anyway, though.
I don't know. I mean, they
How
just
many
dropped
albums
the
have he dropped
cover.
in the beginning of the year? Well, which albums have he dropped in the beginning of the year?
I mean, we've got a
He
Drake
dropped
album
one to end
every.
the
We
year.
got a Drake album almost every other year or every other year if you're including Scorpion and her loss. But like,
I mean, the
yeah,
last one he dropped in the beginning of 2024, 2025. What, for all the dogs? That was what,
that was the end of
2024?
23.
23 going into 24.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah,
was
that was the last one. Oh, and then Sexy Songs for You came out February.
Yeah, that's more of a Playboy. That's more of a Party Next Door album. But I give it to you.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think he go wait all the way to the summer if he already promoting it.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
been
and what I
promoting it.
said that makes that correlate. I said the Party Next Door album was like a winter theme. It had a winter theme to it, like you know what I'm saying, and it dropped in the winter. I get those vibes from Iceman too. I mean, the name is Iceman.
shit. He dropped Certified Lover Boy in September. He dropped Honestly Nevermind in one
When he
sec.
dropped for all the dogs, November of
Shoot, hold
26.
on, hold on. Yeah, he dropped Honestly Nevermind in June, and then For All the Dogs, yeah, in 2023, he dropped that. Let me see. That was in October.
Okay.
Like he never really drops in the first like quarter, well, in the first like half of the year.
Okay. Well, I was just saying, after J. Cole dropped this shit, he'd have put out a snippet for the album. He'd have dropped the
I
cover.
challenge that and said it's the wrong moment because bro's on tour.
Yeah, this is his earliest album in the year ever. Like February 14th. Well, I mean, yeah, for some sexy songs for you.
Well, I wouldn't anticipate waiting that long. But I mean, hey, if that happens, then that happens, I guess. I mean, yeah.
I mean, Cole just dropped, so I don't
So,
got him dropping. Sometime I don't got him dropping in March. I mean, April is a slight chance for real. But I mean, May and June, then that's kind of at least like kind of like towards that halfway mark though. As basically what I'm saying though. He doesn't drop early in the year. He just drops like halfway at least. Well, at least close by halfway.
Okay. Well, things could be different because of the whole label issue. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean,
As I'm looking at all these joints that he dropped, because you know it's always a method to these shits too, though. Like a lot of
well,
these shits
speaking of
drop
that method,
soon.
does that method include what Kendrick has been on?
I mean, Kendrick probably do the same thing too, though. As far as like the like actually dropping it the day, yeah, having an actual release date where he know he's gonna get like good sales.
Like, what if he was just waiting for Kendrick shit to like blow over, like the whole
I said that.
Grammys and stuff like that?
I asked Davon. I said that. I told him. I said right now. I mean, yeah, you had to wait at least even until like he won like his Grammys and shit. Because why would you drop something?
Yeah, I just said, bro, just won some shit on Grammy.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay, so well, it's
So
about
I
that
mean, that's
time.
another
I mean,
reason
the
why
shit's
we
blown
see
over.
like he would drop. I don't like. I mean, I'll say this. I'm not. I don't think he's gonna drop it in the winter. I'm just saying he's gonna drop it probably like earliest is June. The latest probably like August or September.
Okay,
And that's where most of his albums are. And then if you look at like his classic albums, like I'll start off with I mean I'll even just start off with Just Take Care. That shit dropped November 15th. Nothing Was the Same dropped September 24th. If you read in this, it's too late. That okay. That dropped actually February 25th. I mean February 12th actually.
But
Okay.
that was a surprise. That was a surprise album. Nobody knew that was coming out, and that's still the wintertime.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then got down September 20th for What a Time to Be Alive with the feature with I mean, well, yeah, with him and Future. Views, I ain't really fuck with it, but that dropped April.
Oh, that's one of the best albums. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I ain't really fuck with it too much. What is
They
it?
just had too much on it. They had too much on it.
More Life, that dropped March. And Scorpion dropped June 29th. So if you look at least like his best albums, most of them joints dropped at least like September. Yeah, I'd say September to goddamn. Well, not yeah, September to at least like November.
okay,
And that's analytics. That's what you call analytics.
yeah. Well, we'll see. It's on the way, so we'll see when that come out. Niggas ain't speak on Baby Keem album, Spitta and Larry June album.
Yep.
I had asked. I didn't know you wasn't here, but yeah, I asked. Did any of y'all hear like Spiral's cases? And Devon said he ain't here. I ain't hear it either yet though. I wanted to at least wait, and then Baby Keem, I just downloaded it too, so I wanted to hear that after the pod.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, I ain't give Baby King jump a full rotation, so I don't know if I can give the best analysis. We could probably come back another time and speak on it. But I fuck with it for the most part. I mean, it's Baby King type shit, so it's kind of like
I mean, it's good that we just acknowledge it for referral. Let's give it a week, and then we touch back on it.
okay.
I sit here and call
Well,
it trash. Niggas gonna call me casual. So I'm gonna sit on it for a minute. Pause.
I mean, that's because yeah, if it just dropped, I mean, I'd rather you at least like give it a week or something because maybe you ain't hear, maybe you ain't really sit there and like listen to the joint like that.
All right. Can I ask this quick question right quick? What standard do we hold this nigga to? Right.
Who, Baby King?
Yeah.
I mean, to
not
me,
the highest.
All
he's
right.
good.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear. All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I already say he's just a what is it?
What is a
Like
B level? He a B level artist? B level
Type shit.
he's just
type
an
shit.
average
Type
art,
shit. Type
average
shit.
mainstream artist.
He ain't
That's
no. Hey,
I wouldn't say he average.
Blueface mainstream. So I can't say average Blueface. I can say average.
hell
You know what
no,
I'm
not
saying?
an active mainstream artist. No, he's not an active.
Blueface is an active mainstream artist. What do you mean?
Bro, his shit sucked. That's not mainstream.
Sucks
Like
to
none of
you.
the shit that he has
Yeah,
dropped. So,
that's to you.
It sucks to you.
bro.
Still don't mean he ain't an active mainstream artist.
Bro, what song has he dropped recently?
Like
That
he's dropped like
That
he
jump
just
with
dropped one two
what
nights
Stunner
ago.
Girl?
Yeah, he just dropped
He
one
did
like
drop
last
some shit.
night.
you
He
said
been
Stunner
dropping
Girl?
shit.
Yeah,
He been dropping shit and that shit been streaming. Like that shit been like charging. What do you mean?
Oh, oh no, let me see.
you ain't got
He,
time for your casual
I ain't
research,
got
nigga.
time for your casual research, bro. Like lock in.
Bro, ain't no casual research. Ain't nobody really listening to that joint.
No, you
You not
aren't listening
listening
to it.
to it. Like,
Bro, okay.
You're
it's
one
like
of a
you,
trillion people.
if you
Like,
what of like 6 billion people, like bro, you
I
like
mean, if I'm watching different like podcasts and shit though, like I mean, I would have thought it would have been like a popping song, like. But when I'm like looking on YouTube and looking at different podcasts and shit, I mean, I would have expected at least like heard it. But I mean, no, it's not really a
so
mainstream.
you ain't hear
would
that.
that
I'm
even
gonna
pop in
get
your
you.
algorithm?
So you ain't heard that. I'm gonna get you. You ain't heard that jump.
Yeah, that definitely went
Merch, you ain't hear
viral.
that. Merch, you ain't hear that jump. Merch, you ain't hear it.
What's the name of the song?
I don't know, but it got them lyrics in it.
Yeah, like I will get you. Something like yeah, it was a shouty all that joint.
But come on, bro. All the reels you
Is
look
it
at, come
on?
on,
Is
bro.
it
It had
on
to
the
be something.
radio?
It had to be something spin. It had to be something like all them reels
Is
you look
it?
at.
Is it? Hold on, hold on. Is it on the radio?
Oh my
Bro,
god,
yeah,
you
we
want to
didn't
go
say
that
you
far,
were
bro? You
so
know,
That's what
negative,
tell me
bro.
on the
mainstream
fucking
is,
radio.
though. What
That's
do you
not
mean?
mainstream. Mainstream, no, that's not what mainstream means. Mainstream is like streaming,
Bruh, when I mean mainstream, I mean your
not
shit is
radio,
even like your shit can even be on a radio hit. Like
bro. You
like
see
put it
how
like
much
this.
sweet ass
Dirk,
music Key
no, hold on,
Glock
hold
put
on. Put it
out?
like this. Dirk at the beginning of the Dirk career and all that other shit, and even when he was listening to like
This nigga
Signs of the
used
Streets and
Dirk
all
as an
that, he
example.
was not a mainstream artist. But then
Dirk has
when he
never been
started
a
dropping
mainstream
all this
artist.
other shit, he became a mainstream artist.
Dirk don't even have a number one hit. Blueface do.
Bruh. Like I said, Blueface doesn't have a matter of fact, he only has like a couple of mainstream songs, and that was like his earlier work, Tatiana and all that. And I mean, they barely even played that shit on the radio.
That shit was a number one hit.
Exactly, that was back then though. That's why I said, what recently has he dropped? He's not a active mainstream artist. Like this nigga is sitting here about to fight Nick Young and shit. Like
Yeah,
he's,
well, that's clout. What you mean? Like, what artists doing that? Like, what you talking about? Like,
I mean, I ain't knocking that shit. I'm gonna watch it. I'm
I
just
know you
saying
gonna
though, right
watch this
now he's
fucking
not a.
casual.
I'm saying right now, I don't even see him being a mainstream active artist right now. Like he hasn't dropped nothing mainstream in a while.
So what do you call a mainstream artist, Rob?
A
What
nigga
what
that can
what is a
actually,
mainstream artist?
a nigga that actually is gonna have the shit playing everywhere. Like his song
Everywhere,
is everywhere on the
everywhere. So
radio.
would you call Currency a mainstream artist?
No, he only dropped one mainstream song, one mainstream album. Like that's matter of fact. Well, yeah, only one mainstream album. That's just it. Where you can actually even play his shit on even like the radio and shit. And that was Bottom of the Bottle with like Lloyd and shit. I mean that song was alright, but I mean that shit still even got plays like even on the radio everywhere, and even in like the clubs and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not casual, bro. Like I go out, I listen to shit. Like I listen to the radio, I listen to the shit on fucking YouTube. I listen to the shit on everything on, well, not everything on Apple Music, but I'll sit there and do research on little shit. Like
What the fuck? All right, all right, but just know everybody got different tastes, my nigga. Like, so what's asked to you may not be asked to a whole coast
I'm
of
just saying,
niggas.
it's not a mainstream song from what the song you're talking about, though. Like I mean, it might be a good song. I'm not knocking the song or anything either, but it's just not a mainstream song or whatever. Like yeah, he still probably be just doing music like whatever too. Like of course he's a rapper and shit too. So I mean, he's still trying to drive like views and shit and keep like his fans like satisfied with something at least. But I mean, that shit don't, nigga, that shit not all over the place.
All right, yeah, all right.
What are y'all versions of mainstream of a
What y'all talking about?
mainstream artist?
Well, all right, my version of a mainstream artist, like currently a current mainstream artist, somebody like
In
shit,
today's modern era, what is your version
somebody
of a
like Key
mainstream
Glock.
artist? Because I mean now it's no CDs, of course, so it's mostly like views and like clicks and shit too. But oh, and like merch and shit too, because Travis Scott was doing that shit and Nicki too.
A current mainstream artist, somebody like Key Glock, Glorilla, people shit that play on stream and on the radio. That's a current mainstream artist. She has multiple songs on the radio.
Exactly.
You can play a whole segment of straight Glorilla songs. It can play a Glorilla Monday of straight radio songs. That's how much radio songs she got.
Bro, and
But
you and she even got. I mean, she even got niggas dancing. Like
Sexy Red got niggas dance. Sexy Red got niggas playing her music. Sexy Red got niggas her music as niggas intros on Twitch. Like
I'm
exactly.
trying to figure out who isn't a mainstream artist at this point.
it's that's what I'm saying, but it's like Foo, and then it's like legit. And I feel like it's some
Bro,
Foo out
it's
there.
a
It's some
influx
Foo out
of
there, bro.
it is a influx of rappers, bro, in today's era.
Anybody can be a rapper these days. All you gotta do is have clout, bro. It's not about like
But it's not just that. You don't need the radio to even be
you need
mainstream.
you don't need none of that no more.
There's so many avenues. It's like,
It's the game. This is so it's like a saturation. I think Rob was like ready to say something like it's like a saturation of rappers, bro. It's like it's not like it is in like in the early game, bro. It's like everybody can be a rapper. It's so many Lils, so many Youngs. Like I remember when it was only a Young Jeezy, a Young Dro, Lil Wayne, and like the furthest we go is Lil B or some shit like that. Man, it's like that shit. It's like shit had
but you know
changed
why it's like that?
because niggas inspirational.
Because there's so many platforms. So all these new platforms coming in, you're gonna have newer
SoundCloud,
artists.
SoundCloud did that.
SoundCloud too.
SoundCloud let anybody, and I ain't trying to throw shit. I'm not trying to say niggas ass, but it gave a platform to niggas. Like it's basically the YouTube of strictly music. Like it's like the YouTube of strictly like to the portal of like underground music type shit. Like it was the first app doing that before like before like we had LimeWire and shit. You had to like really go to the trenches to get music. Like that's for the OGs though who listen to music before YouTube. Like before YouTube was like a trend. Cause I ain't the only nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know I was going to LimeWire. I don't know how old Rob is. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Nigga,
yeah.
if y'all look up the meaning of of a mainstream music artist, you will even see like mostly you got to be on like even like the radio, and you're touching like a wide part of like society, like well, I mean wide part of like cultures and shit. Like you touching black culture, you touching of course the white people that fuck with it and shit too.
So
Like
is Lil Boosie. So is Lil Boosie a mainstream artist?
as of right now, no,
I would disagree.
I would
he's
disagree.
not. Oh my god, he's not for the shit that he's dropping right now. He's not. He's not a mainstream.
What is okay? So I guess so. If we talk about now,
That's all I'm talking
I
about. I'm
guess
just
so,
talking
but
but you
what
about.
if his
can't
I'm
shit
say
not
play
it's
on the
talking
Lil
about
radio
like
Boosie.
the
still?
shit they.
It's Lil
If you want
Boosie
to
though,
say
bro.
like if you want to, how can I put this in? Because I mean I know what y'all mean and I know where y'all getting at,
Like
but
if
it's
we
just
if you can do that with Currency, you can't do that. Like because Currency, he only like he popped with like hits that came out his older hits. Because obviously people don't know his newer hits,
yeah.
Well,
And
I
I say
mean,
he's not
Life
a
is
mainstream
Beautiful was
artist
on the
either
radio.
though.
huh?
Life is Beautiful was on the
Because of
radio.
Larry June.
But then even then I
Mm.
say he's never even cared about being a mainstream artist though.
No, he hasn't. But at a point, at a time when you putting out that much music, you kind of do care about your craft, my nigga. Like that's
Nigga, he
like.
doesn't care about being a mainstream
So
artist.
you
So he
saying he don't
says
care
that.
about his fan base? Basically, you saying he don't care
If
about his
you
fan
go
base?
and look up what he if you go and look up what he talked about with even dropping that radio album, like you will even see that he didn't even really care for it, to be honest with you. He just only cares about actually dropping the shit that he's normal to. Like, and that's why a lot of people don't fuck with his music, or not even a lot of people, but like some people don't fuck with his music only because they sit there and think he's talking about like the same shit over and over again, like with the like same cadence or whatever and shit. Like, but I mean,
He
it's
do got a cadence.
but he has different shit that he talks about in his music. You just gotta really listen to this shit though. But even then, like I say, he doesn't care about being a mainstream artist. If you drop that much music, you're not caring about being mainstream, bro. He's making all this money because he's independent. So he could drop as much music as he want throughout the year, and he know that shit gonna sell. Like,
You probably cussed me out. You probably cussed me out, and I'm probably casual. Was you listening to Nip before he died?
yeah, yeah, bro. I was listening to Nip, yeah. I ain't listening to like everything that he had, bro. But I was listening to like a lot of the shit that was like mainstream or like even underground, like the underground hits.
Okay, would you say Currency and Nip are kind of like two birds of a feather?
Not really.
Would you say if you looked it up on YouTube, a Currency song would probably be in a suggestion if you was listening to his songs?
If you was listening to like Nip songs,
Nip songs, would you think? Currency music would pop up on the side. It's kind of the same.
It
I mean,
could.
yeah, it would probably pop up. I mean, because they wasn't even Nip wasn't even like a
Nip is
mainstream
like the
artist until
Super
he
Saiyan
dropped,
version of Currency.
huh?
Nip is like the Super Saiyan version of Currency.
I mean, yeah, but he's in a different realm of his own though. Like,
I,
I
be,
mean,
I believe
they was both underground and like, yeah, they talk about
the same
like,
shit.
yeah, they talk about dope shit and I mean, they talk about generational wealth and all that other shit too, like the positive shit, like,
Yeah, the
but
positive shit. Yeah, yeah. We're
but
not gonna say Nip was always like that though. Nip bang Crip, bro.
I mean, yeah, but then he
Nah, Nip
that's
was
what I'm
always
saying
like
too
that,
though.
bro.
Like he
But
was a
Nip is like Snoop, bro. Nip like Snoop. Nip like a prime Vegeta version of Snoop, bro.
he's on the West Coast, bro. To me, bro, they in the realm of their own, bro.
You
Like
wish I could live over that bitch. I wish I could
Why?
live over that bitch for a year. I
it's
swear, bro.
it's not even a bad thing. Like it's like California is damn near like its
It,
own
it's
fucking.
almost ego. It's almost ego. That's how much it's almost ego with them niggas, bro.
It's like their own fucking continent, damn near, bro. Well, not it's like their own country. I'll put it like that.
So they too
Especially niggas
exclusive
that,
for comparison?
yeah, niggas LA.
I
I
mean, I'm saying
disagree
you
with
can
that.
compare them, but I'm just saying it's like comparing
Just the lore, nigga.
comparing
It's just the
currency and
lore.
Nip.
Tap in, man, nigga. It's just the lore of LA. Fuck you mean?
Tap in with what, nigga? You don't. But what LA artists do you listen to that you are
The game,
excluding from
Stamp. The
comparison?
game, Stamp. One of my top favorite 10 rappers.
So you wouldn't compare the game's recent album, the deluxe jump. You wouldn't compare that to anything that's going on now, because that is a fire album.
That is a fire album. What do you mean? That's why I said his name.
Okay, so why is it too exclusive to compare to all the other albums that dropped this year?
Because we don't hold the game to that level, man. Nigga, what the fuck? Everybody ain't talking about the fucking game. Everybody ain't
So
talking
that
about
don't even make
Jason Taylor.
sense.
Man, I'm not even talking about it like that. I'm just saying, like, as far as like when you talk about Nip, when you talk about California niggas, bro, like they got their own. Like, I mean, of course, yeah, they got their own like music and shit. That's basically what I mean by like
They got
they
their own aura.
they off. I mean, well, not all of them are offbeat, but they got that offbeat style of rap and shit, like
I
E40 and shit.
disagree. I disagree.
Nigga, like E40, you haven't heard. I'll sing you an E40 song real quick.
That's the Bay though. Everybody from the Bay rap like that. Though.
I mean, not even just the Bay. Like YG raps
Hey,
like
y'all
that sometimes.
heard Hit Boy new
YG is not
album?
from the Bay.
But I'm just saying that's California in general, bro. Like they have their own style of rap,
No, Los Angeles rap and the Bay rap is two different raps, bro.
bro. Either way, they all have their own. I mean, California anyway. They all try to create their own like different
I get what
style
you're
of raps
saying. I
anyway.
get what you're saying.
So
I get
I
what
mean,
you're saying.
I'll agree with that. But I'm just saying like a lot of that shit is bounced around from not even just the Bay too. Like you got niggas in Cali, you got niggas in Los Angeles rapping like they from the Bay though.
No, Stamp. Ain't nobody from Los Angeles rapping like they from the Bay. That's Stamp. That's Stamp. Find me one example, my nigga.
I just said YG because
YG don't rap like he
YG
from the
done
Bay,
it
my
on a
nigga.
few songs.
Never done it.
Mozzie did it on a few songs.
Who?
Mozzie,
I'm
Bozzy
done
for
talking.
hey Bozzy for Sacramento.
This nigga said Mozzie.
yes, Mozzie. That's California,
Hey,
This
LA
nigga's
though.
from Northern California. That's not set.
nigga. I'm talking about just California in general. Like they bounce around and basically share each other's style of rap.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I agree with you on that point. I
all of
agree with
that
you on
is
that
built
point. Yeah.
within California though.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All of that shit, all the style of rap that was built in California, it is all around in California. And it is all a California style of
Yeah, them
rap.
niggas different. Yeah, you right. Them niggas different. So would you say that about Texas too?
Texas, yeah, they got their own style
They got
too.
their own whole style, bro. Like,
But
so which one?
Even Slim Thug said that right now they ain't really got no like. I mean, of course they got Travis Scott and Megan the Stallion, but
This nigga said Mega
Sauce
Stallion out of
Walker.
all fucking rappers. You said Mega Stallion.
I mean the mainstream artists, Meg the
Got
Stallion,
Sauce
Travis
Walker, Big
Scott.
X the plug.
Sauce
Yeah,
Walker's not a
so I
mainstream
mean, yeah, I
artist.
would say I
Sauce
had to say
Walker's not a
I had to say
mainstream artist.
I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna cut off.
he ain't mainstream, I guess.
Sauce Walker's not a mainstream artist. I'm sorry.
Is it just because of the radio?
No, it's because he doesn't have a hit.
I mean, he got some shit.
No, he doesn't. I
But
I
can
wouldn't
some
say
argue
it's
the
a hit.
fact that
What
he
is a
doesn't.
hit?
A song that man, look it up.
A
I
song
can't.
that got 1 million views.
Yeah, something like that. We got to hold it something like that. Look it up. I mean, yeah. What is a hit?
A song that get radio hits, bro,
Bro,
was on
the
the
It can't
internet is
just be
just
radio on
saying
radio, bro,
the
because the
song.
radio too selective. They
The
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
internet
play
is
just
just
even
saying
everything.
a
saying I'm
hit.
not even just saying like it's just the radio, but I'm just saying it's radio, is Apple Music, of course, well the streaming platforms and shit too.
I
But
just
then
think
it's
it's a song
also
that's
it's also the
successful.
different crowds that you are reaching too. Sauce Walker is not reaching the white crowd, bro.
You
Like
can't
I
always say
disagree.
white. You can't always say white,
I
bro. You
disagree.
can't always say
White
white.
people definitely fuck with Sauce Walker.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, you have
I
white
mean, I
bitches
might
in
be
this
casual
video
because I
all the
don't. I,
time.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't really listen to Sauce Walker like that
Yeah, I
anyway.
know you do. Just by saying that. Just by saying that shit.
I mean, I don't see him. I don't really see him touching like white people or the white culture or whatever like that, or however you put it.
He touches the white culture other than Sexy Red
I don't walk into a bar and hear
right
them
now.
playing Sauce Walker. You might hear it at like a kids party or some shit like that. But I
No,
A
mean, if you
kids
go
party.
into,
Can we just move on? This nigga said a kids party.
no.
I mean, yeah, you
Nigga don't
talking
know
about like the
shit
damn
about what you talking
teenagers or
about.
like the fucking club or something like that. But I'm talking about if you go to a bar or some shit, a white bar, you're not hearing fucking Sauce Walker or whatever.
I think he'll be in the strip club.
I think he'll be in a strip club. He makes strip club type music.
Man, yeah, that's a strip club.
That is a club.
He like a big boogie level rapper. Like a big like he like a C minus level, C level. Arguably, I can't even give him C level.
All
Nah,
right,
he
man.
see. He see.
All right, man. Well, y'all got it. All right. But yeah, man. Um. So yeah, if Ray, you want to go ahead and do the intro real quick before we move on to at least like the Super Bowl take.
We laugh. We been going. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Rail said usually, just at least let shit cook up, and then he'll come in there with the intro and shit.
Oh, all right, whenever you ready. I thought we was already in.
Apparently, not that nigga. Bruh, shit just he just left.
His shit just got K1 off. You need to pay that phone bill, Scud. You pay that phone bill, man.
Nah, he need to stop connecting to that Wi-Fi outside in that car.
That's Salvation Army ass Wi-Fi.
Nah, ain't no Wi-Fi reaching all the way out there.
Shit, I know you ain't talking, nigga. You live in the dead zone.
I already know shit. That's why I need to be on Wi-Fi. But I'm saying he probably like in the car or something right now.
The perks to your job should have been like, hey, look, do I get Wi-Fi out of this shit? That's the first thing you should have asked about when you got that job.
One, one is not offered over here anyway. Two, they said we can't use the internet anyway to work from home.
So how the fuck is you doing the work if without the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, first of all, my phone got hot, so y'all can shut y'all bitch asses up. Get off my dick. Expeditiously.
Who said anything about you? I mean, well, that nigga was talking about you with
Nigga,
the
I just
whole
heard you.
Wi-Fi. What are you
What the
talking
fuck?
about?
You try to throw it on me? You see him?
Nigga, what the
Did you
fuck
not
did I
just
say?
say my Wi-Fi? Nigga, this my Wi-Fi. Fuck you.
Nigga, I say you probably out in the car. Like sometimes the Wi-Fi don't extend that far. Like what the fuck?
Nah, nigga, you was going straight. Cause I heard the
Nigga,
whole
how am
shit
I?
y'all was just saying.
I guess, bro. Niggas always trying to jump the
Nigga say
gun.
some
Like
bitch ass shit when somebody leave.
I said it was
I'm
Salvation
back
Army.
now.
niggas always trying to jump the gun. Like
Yeah. Jump the gun. I just okay. All right, so I ain't got
nigga, cause
ears and
who
I
the
can't
fuck was
listen.
sitting
That's
there trying
cool.
to throw shade? Like nigga, my shit do the same shit when I go out to the fucking car and I tell y'all, oh hold on, like I'm trying to leave the neighborhood, like cause my shit
Yeah,
disconnected from
whatever.
Wi-Fi.
This for your bitch ass too, Davon.
I
Salvation
know.
Army. Get off my dick.
I said it was Salvation ass Army. What the fuck? I ain't ducking about
That's
what
why
the
I
fuck
said
I
he's
said.
the one sitting here coming at you. I ain't say
And
shit,
why is you giving up information?
You nah,
Why
you
is
was
you
putting the
saying you
cherry on
said?
top, nigga.
nigga.
Why
I
is
ain't
you
all right,
saying he
whatever.
said? He said you said. Don't say you said, nigga. Say what the fuck you did.
Nigga, I said what the fuck I did.
I
I
don't say
said
what
I
I
said
did.
this nigga
Don't say
probably
no. You
outside
said. Don't say
and the
no. You
Wi-Fi
said or
probably
nothing.
just messed up or some shit like that. Like nigga, my
Oh,
shit do the
we
same
got
shit when I'm
caught. We got
outside.
He's
caught. Come
My
on,
QKing
Wi-Fi
on
come on
don't
my
out,
fucking
technical
work.
Davon.
difficulties. That's crazy.
Then
Come on
this
out,
nigga want to come in and talk about some. Oh, Nigga need to pay his phone bill. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
super on my
come
dick.
out the
Like,
bushes.
god
Come out
damn.
the bushes. We caught you. Damn. Come out the bushes, Davon. They got us. What the fuck you doing?
you fucking hood.
God damn. You heard that? That's crazy.
Nigga, he heard all the shit anyway. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what if he ain't hear that? You done just told on me. Damn.
Nigga, ain't nobody tell him. What the fuck? What you being a bitch for?
Straight drop
Yeah,
it.
that's really the why we being bitches in the first place.
Exactly. The
He
fuck?
dropped
Own
it
up to your
down,
shit,
bro.
nigga. The fuck? Accountability, nigga. Real ain't no fucking police officer. The fuck? Or the
First of
judge?
all,
Like, nigga,
both.
you
First
about to
of
go
all,
to
they
look
both.
at your bitch ass?
All right, all right. We can go ahead.
That's why niggas need to just mind their own. Don't even worry about my technical differences. Just carry on, like Big Perk said.
That's what I'm waiting for y'all to do.
Well, nigga, fix that shit. How about that? Since you think
Yeah,
it's coming at you or whatever.
fix this luck, nigga. Anywho, all right. As far as music though, I'm fucking with Currency and Larry June, junk that junk. All right.
Is it gonna bring you back, or you
Really
gonna
just
keep walking?
the last two songs I really fuck with heavy. I forgot what the junk called. It's like Six Pig or something like that. I forgot what it's called, but that junk super hard. Baby Keem junk. He got like two albums, The Circus Freestyle. That junk hard. And it's another song. It's another song that's super hard. But I'll come back to that another time. We can go ahead and uh
Move on to basketball,
follow
baby.
back on that. Before we move to basketball, I would just like to shout out the Seattle Seahawks for winning the Super Bowl, second in the last 10 something years, maybe 12 years. I think the last one was in 2013, 14, somewhere around that range. But yeah, like been a decade since they got a Super Bowl. Um, Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP, and I think that's well deserving because he had a ball ass postseason. He been carrying that team throughout the games that they played, all three games, and especially with Charbonnet out, it was on him to very much produce, and he did that the whole postseason. So it's cool to see him get the MVP. He is a free agent, so I'm not sure if they're going to retain him or not because I know he's gonna have a lot of money that he's gonna ask for. And Seattle do got money, but they also got some young players they're gonna have to pay in the future. So I'm not sure if Kenneth Walker gonna be on the roster next year, but he finna get a bag and he probably gonna get it from a contender. Somebody like maybe the Chiefs. I seen them on the radar. There's another team that I thought about
Who you
that could
talking about?
possibly
Who you
use him.
talking about?
Kenneth Walker the third.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so but yeah, we'll see how that look next season. But as far as his performance during the Super Bowl and even through the postseason, he
You
putting
feel
up
like he's
100 yards.
overrated?
Huh?
You feel like he's overrated a little bit
Uh, I think he was more so underrated because he had to share carries.
with the okay, I got you.
Yeah, with Charbonnet because before that he was getting 1,000 yards rushing. He was just injured all the time, so he
Well,
ain't
he
had
went
too
through
many
Michigan
healthy
State.
seasons.
He came from Michigan State. How long he been in the league? 4 years. Like 4 years?
Yeah, Michigan State.
He been in the
The
league
nigga
about four
even did
years.
a Le'Veon Bell on one of them runs.
Okay, I
Did
gotta
a little,
tap in.
slow, let the offensive line, let them cook up real quick, and then I'm gone. Like,
Oh, okay, I gotta tap in with him. I gotta tap in. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really been watching Seattle Seahawks football. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'm casual for that. You know what I mean? That's not my team.
kind of sort of.
That's not my team. Yeah, I watch the highlights, my nigga. I see the highlights. I mean, did they really have that many primetime games? We come back thinking on it. I mean, they were one of the most winning teams last year. So I'm saying, well, they were on TV like every Sunday, of course. But
Not like that. Last 2-3 years, nah.
it was always other teams primetime games on. So like, we was mostly watching Steelers games, Eagles games. You know the Redskins games always gonna come on. So like most of the primetime games, like the Ravens I know we got the Ravens and the Bills at the beginning of the season. I don't really remember no games like that where they got prime time other than like maybe two games, and one of them was the Rams. But I think
Yeah,
both of them
some
was the Rams. Yeah,
Rams, 49ers. They had some primetime games.
they got some prime time games, but do they get like that prime the 8:30 slot? They get the 4:25 slot, or maybe that 1 o'clock slot. Like I mean, everybody get the prime time game, you know what I'm saying? But like I know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. But like, yeah, I-
Overall, man, that was a good Super Bowl though, man. I fucked with it. Feel like it could have been a little bit better if Drake May would have put up more of a fight, but I mean, the young buck just couldn't overcome it, man.
I was saying the same thing about my nigga that played for Houston, Jacob C.J. Stroud. I was saying the same thing about him, bro. Just can't get right, bro.
I mean, they got years to come, for real, for real.
Yeah, it's your this is like fifth year, my nigga. You just threw 4 picks in the NFL playoffs. The curtain is closed, my boy. I mean, I can't say that because they did Sam Darnold like that, and boy, did he come from the concrete. He is the embodiment of the rose from the a rose from like concrete type shit.
Yep.
Like, because they sent that nigga to the gulag. If you play Warzone or Call of Duty, they send you to the gulag when you die. They sent that nigga to the gulag. You know what I'm saying? And and they forgot about it. First of all, he played for the Jets. Like, so, like, that goes to show you his career. Like, this nigga wins a Super Bowl. I mean,
That speaks more to the Jets than anything.
you know what I'm saying? This nigga wins a Super Bowl. So, that's pretty much saying to every franchise, don't give up on quarterback sometimes. It's just the system. You see, the boy went to Indianapolis, and he Drew Luck, Andrew, whatever his name is, the boy that came from New York and went to
Daniel Jones.
Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones. He doing nice over there in Indianapolis. You don't never give up on your players, type shit. I mean,
I
uh,
mean,
shit.
Justin Fields even got hope, for real.
They
But
said Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. They was on the same team. They was on the same team, and both of them went to another franchise and are leading those franchises to wins. The only thing happened with the Buccaneers was injuries at the wrong moments. Like the Buccaneers were hot. I know niggas remember the Buccaneers were hot. Like they were one of the top teams in the NFC in the beginning. Then they just started losing. They just started losing. Them injuries caught up to them. Like I think them being healthy next year, they'll be in the running for their division. And like I'll go over it like a quick division jump. Like the Eagles, if they can handle, if they can handle, the off season riffraff or whatever you want to call it, maybe they can come back and they'll win that division. Like so, you got the AFC North. I
We winning the
believe
division regardless.
I believe if the Bills, I'm not the Bills, the Bengals, I believe they are healthy and everything goes right. It's gonna be between the Bills and the Ravens. This is like a reset year for the Steelers. So like, I don't expect them to be competitive, but I expect them to be like solid. So like the Browns, of course, they don't even have like a quarterback. I mean, they got Shador Sanders, but that's neither here nor there. Uh, the Patriots gonna win. They're gonna win their division. The Rams probably gonna win their division. The Seahawks are probably gonna repeat and win their division. If the 49, oh, who is the 49? No, it's not the 49. Yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs probably be a second seed out of their division, but they won't get a division bye next year. They won't win a lot of games next year. That's what I'm gonna put it at. They probably win 10 games. So my synopsis is probably be the same. It probably be the same outcome. Like it probably be Seattle. It probably be Seattle, the Rams, and the Eagles in conversation of coming out of the NFC, and it probably be the Bills, the Ravens.
What about the 49ers?
Something always happens to the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. I do not believe Brock Purdy.
Okay.
I do not believe in Brock Purdy. I'm not a believer in that quarterback. I'm not a believer in that guy. Like so, yeah. I mean, you got to go up against Caleb Williams, and that everybody's saying that team's gonna make a Super Bowl jump next year. The Bears. So like they were winning at the right moments, bro. He's clutch as a bitch. He reminds me of a young Aaron Rodgers with the clutches and like key moments. Like it's almost like he does it on purpose. That's he came from the Jaden Daniels like draft. So it's like, bro, we got generational talents of quarterbacks coming from this draft. It's just it's gonna be crazy. I'm still not looking off Jackson Dart. I ain't looking him off based on how all these other quarterbacks going on. I feel like he'll be sweet. So the next season will be crazy. I feel like it'll be more wide open than it is. Even though I named those three teams, something can happen to those three teams. Like something can happen to the Eagles. Like Lord behold, Saquon Barkley get a hamstring injury. That's the Eagles' chances. It's now you're relying too much on Jalen Hurts, like and him passing. So like, I don't know, man. It probably be wide open again.
Me personally, I think it's Seattle world.
And Michael Thomas would be my not Michael Thomas the, for the Packers. Micah Parsons he gonna be healthy. Yeah. Jordan Love. I forgot about the Packers. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Packers. And I'm looking at man right. Yeah, I forgot about the Packers. He gonna be healthy. They gonna be formidable. They gonna be formidable, bro. But we can move on from football. No, Rob Bass ain't got goddamn no take on that.
Hello.
What's going on, Trey?
Well, just to get back to the Super Bowl, yeah, I feel like Seattle, they put the world on notice as far as like how legit they could be. Again, Sam Darnold locked up, JSN still on rookie deal. You got Shaheed for a whole off season, so I can imagine him stepping up next year and being possibly a 1,000 yard receiver or maybe 1,000 yards all purpose because he does run the ball too. He's a gadget wide receiver, so and I think that presents another element to that offense too. So that's gonna be something dangerous. You got AJ Barner another year. Um, Cooper Cup, he might be getting old, but he got more familiarity with Sam Darnold. So I think offensively, they're going to be straight. Now they still got to figure out that running back situation, but I think they can even draft a running back, maybe sign a free agent running back for cheap, maybe a Tony Pollard if he's out there, or somebody cheap. You ain't got to spend too much money on like you would Kenneth Walker the third. But I think offensively, Seattle is going to be probably better than they was last year because I don't think they go depend on JSN the whole entire year. I think off of that Super Bowl game with JSN, he ain't had the best game. He was really getting clamped up by Christian Gonzalez. Wasn't getting shit for real, for real. And then, he had a little concussion protocol thing he had to go through, whatever.
I said
And
that nigga was gonna have 10 receptions.
yeah, and yeah, that was kind of tricky because again, you got Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez,
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez.
two,
Yeah,
yeah, so those two damn good cornerbacks.
damn
But
good quarterback.
despite all that, though, you seen Cooper Cup, he was getting some nice receptions. He was getting some back-to-back receptions on one drive, I think, before the half ended. And then yeah, AJ Barner, he stepped up big time. Rashid, he had some receptions late in the game. So, despite not having the offensive player of the year producing at an offensive player of the year level, they still was able to, score willingly on the Patriots. Now they didn't get a whole bunch of touchdowns. They was getting clamped up in the red zone in the beginning of the game. They had about what, 5 kicks throughout the game, 5 3-point field goals, but still they was able to get some scores on the board and drive to the, you know, at least field goal territory. So I think with next year, and then Mike McDonald, he's still a young head coach, so he's going into another year with a Super Bowl. And then I think defensively, a lot of people saying that this defense was like top tier all time great, which I kind of struggle with because yeah, they beat Matthew Stafford, they beat the MVP or whatever with a great offensive team at that. Um, they clamped up San Francisco, so but San Francisco.
You know all the
Um,
problems San Francisco was having.
who else did they play that they clamp up? And I can't remember for real, for real. Shit, I remember early in the season, shit, they was going at it with the Tennessee Titans. But that's probably a trick game or whatever. But still, like I think for the most part, what people are saying about their defense now could be the case next year, all because they got a year under their belt. I got to see who they possibly might lose. I know Tariq Woolen and Josh Jobe, they're free agents. And with them winning Super Bowls, they're probably going to get some top dollar for a team that needs a corner or something like that. So they might lose one of their corners, but you still got Witherspoon down there. And as long as you resign one of them, or maybe draft a young cornerback, they should be decent in the secondary. Um, Linebackers, phenomenal. Ernest Jones, he is a dog. He might be all pro next year, just off of his resume this year. The defensive line, I think that's still intact. And they can always just add in the draft. So I think defensively, they're going to be just as good as last year, if not better. And Sam Darnold, he got that monkey off that back. So, and he ain't had a game. I mean, he ain't had like the greatest quarterback game. He ain't had nothing like spectacularly wound out, make you say like, oh, he's a top 5 quarterback or anything like that. But still, just to get that accomplishment, and keep in mind, he's in the draft with Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen. And he's the one to get the Super Bowl first. So I mean, that come with some prestige. That come with some, that come with some aura. So maybe Sam Darnold doesn't lead the NFL in turnovers this year or next year like he did this year. Maybe he up some touchdowns. Maybe he get 5 plus touchdowns. Maybe he get 10 plus touchdowns. Like just off the chemistry that they was able to develop this year. Oh, and keep in mind, next year for Sam Darnold is his second year with the Seahawks. This was a trial year and the man got a Super Bowl. So I can't see no other team in the NFC fucking with Seattle right now. Maybe if some moves in the offseason correlate or things like that. But as far as their division, San Francisco ain't fucking with them. The Rams ain't fucking with them. Uh,
Y'all ain't fucking with him.
yeah, we definitely not fucking with them. Chicago,
No, I don't know about
I,
Chicago.
I think they got something on Chicago. I think because Caleb Williams still need to show a little more consistency. Yeah, he's the sassy assassin in the fourth quarter, but from 1 to 3, he be having some errant throws. Like, so I mean, regardless, I mean, but the Bears are still a high quality team. So I mean, they're probably just as much contender as the other teams that I named, but I still think Seattle got the defense to kind of clamp them up in a sense. But that's a hard ass. I think the Bears are going to be in the fold. Um, the Lions, I think the Lions are in cook territory. They can always have a bounce back year with the talent that they got. But I don't know, man. I feel like they kind of in the no man's land area where it's like you don't really know if they're a contender or pretender. So, they're more of a question mark to me. Who else? And that's pretty much it about as far as the main contenders in the NFC. Packers. I'm not too sure about them. Got to see how Micah Parsons come back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, I like the Panthers. I don't know if the Panthers could beat the Seahawks, but I think the Panthers might be something you got to watch out for. But I think the Seattle Seahawks are a level above all these teams, so I can see them making it back to the dance. I can even see them winning because I don't know who's going to come out the AFC next year. I think the Broncos are probably going to come out if Bo Nix is healthy because I think they should have been there in the first place. The Patriots, they got a tough ass schedule next year. So whatever they did this year, it ain't gonna be the same as last year. So I think Denver, maybe Buffalo, maybe the Ravens. I don't see Kansas City. I don't think Patrick Mahomes gonna be back healthy in the beginning of this season. So that right there tells me that they ain't gonna make another run. Jacksonville, they might be dangerous just because they got some experience under their belt. But I think shit. I think the Broncos are best suited to come out the AFC next year. So I can see a Seattle Broncos rematch.
I think this was a good year leap for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and you gotta see how Travis Hunter come back. They said what he could be more of a corner this year.
Yeah.
But I still think he should be a wide receiver for a good. It should be like 60-40 because I mean he has some great flashes as a wide receiver. It just came along late, and by that time he got injured. So I mean I don't know. I still think they're in the fold though. I still think they got a. They're kind of like the AFC Panthers, maybe a little better because they were more consistent last year. But I think they got some room to grow. Who else? Texans. I mean, if you want to look at the bright side for the Texans, I don't think CJ Stroud will throw another 4 picks in the game. So I mean, if he throw two, you might can get to the Super Bowl. You might. I mean, if you in the game with 4 turnovers, then now you gotta keep in mind Drake May also had like 3 turnovers himself, but still, like I don't think CJ Stroud go and the boy got a haircut. So I mean, who knows? It might change some things up. But I like Seattle and Denver next year. Just off of, early projections. I think that's gonna be the matchup next year. I don't see anybody else for real unless we got some big time free agent acquisitions or big time drafts. I'm gonna go with Seattle and Denver.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean, we can get to other NFL topics during the off season. I don't think it's been anything else quite notable. Um, Shout out to Lane Johnson coming back for another year and Landon Dickerson. That's cool to see. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. For real shit. I can't think of nothing else. I'm just waiting on Bijan Robinson, man. They said that boy Tyler Alligator, whatever his name is, he out the door. Yeah, I probably do it. Yeah, we should do a fantasy draft for NFL next year because yeah, I'm definitely Bijan gonna be my first pick unless one of y'all bitch ass niggas take him, but
I'll
I'm
take.
definitely doing Bijan.
I'll take. I'll take Justin Jefferson.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. I wonder if Joe Burrow is gonna stay with the Bengals. I think he is, but they have some rumblings. There's some rumors spreading around about how Joe Burrow feels about being in Cincinnati. Now, leaving Jamar Chase and T. Higgins as a quarterback, I mean, why would you want to do that? But same time, there's another side of the ball. And the way the Bengals been looking for the past 10 years, maybe not 10, but it's definitely been 5. It's definitely been a solid 5. These niggas ain't been shit on defense. So maybe that can sway Joe Burrow for leaving for Minnesota because I think Minnesota, whatever Joe Burrow will miss on offense from the Bengals, the defense will make up more than enough for any offensive woes. So I would like to see how that formulate if he leaves or stay. But that's a whole nother topic. But I mean, ain't too much else other than the NFL. I know it's some shit out there, but we in the off season, so for the most part, this is probably the last NFL discussion that we're gonna have for quite a bit. This is finna be straight hoopage, NBA, college, all that good shit. So once again, shout out to the Seattle Seahawks for winning Super Bowl 60. Yeah, congrats to the 12th man. Congrats to Sam Darnold being Sam Darnold broke a lot of records this year. I don't feel like going through the list, but I know he did break a record where he was like what the first quarterback to win some shit like 15, 16 games first year or something like that. Some crazy shit. Yeah, shout out to all that. Shout out to Seattle. But yeah, we are done with the NFL. Congratulations to the pod. We made it through a year. I know it's a whole bunch of games that we did not cover We ain't even really covered the playoffs like that, but it has passed through, so it's pretty much irrelevant. But yeah, man. I mean, it's been a cool season. I ain't got no complaints.
Tell the
I would
difference
like to
between
see
the
my
big
Eagles
brand
did a little
cereal
better,
and big
but
value
you
cereal.
know,
We are going to
we were sorry through most of the year anyway. I mean, I ain't gonna say we were sorry, but offensively, we struggled through most of the year. So, when we got spanked, eh, I wasn't even that surprised. Ready to say who else? Chicago, again, they had a phenomenal year. Couldn't get over the hump against who the fuck did they play? I can't even fucking remember. They beat Green Bay. Did they lose to the Rams or did they lose to the Seahawks? Fuck it. We go recap another time, chat. But finally we can get to this NBA stuff. Um, I guess we could start off with All Star. I don't have too many wowing thoughts. I wasn't really tuned in to All Star weekend except the All Star game on Sunday. I'm still kind of iffy about the formats because the main reason is that we watched Victor Wembanyama, right? Set the tone and all that, brought the energy and all that good stuff. And, you know, guys responded, Team Stripes, I think. No, Team Stars with the young boys. I called them NBA young boys. Those were my favorites from the beginning. And, it's cool to see them get the complete win for the whole thing. But I would have loved to see like at least a whole half. They had what, a 40-point score total that they had to get to or some shit like that, which is okay. But I just feel like you leave a little left to desire because I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like when they get to the point where it's like 30 points, 28 points, that's when shit start really getting real. So it's like, you got 12 more points, 10 more points till the game is over. That's not enough for me. Because as you seen, Kawhi Leonard by himself in the second game dropped 33 in 12 quarters. Can you imagine if he had 24? Can you imagine if Kawhi Leonard had 24 minutes in that game where he dropped 33 points in 12 minutes? He would have for sure had 50.
He would have for sure had 50.
So it's like I feel like you robbing people of, great statistics. I mean, it's cool to see what they had totally, but I think it's just too many different circumstances to even look at the total score. Because I mean, if you look at Chet Holmgren total score, he probably had what, 14 points. But 9 of those points he had in the championship game. And you wouldn't even know if you just looked at the total score because you'd have been like, oh, this nigga Chet ain't do shit. Whole time he was the second leading scorer of the championship game. So I just feel like it's things like that where it's like if they just go back to the old format, it don't even got to be East versus West. But let it be 12-minute quarters. Like if you want to figure out how to like put together teams, okay, maybe that's something because you want to get all stars there shine like they did this year out of what it was 8 team USA players on each team, stripes and stars. I think it was 8. So I mean, what, 16 total? Hell, some of them niggas shouldn't probably been all stars anyway. Nah, I don't know. I think everybody was deserving in a sense, but still, I feel like hell, like make it 14 players for each team. Hell, next year just do East and West. So you ain't even got to worry about, trying to add up USA players and foreign players. Like just make it 14 players apiece, East to West, you know, 12-minute quarters. Because this is one thing that I miss about NBA All-Star is that I miss watching Russell Westbrook drop 40 points back-to-back All-Star games. I miss Anthony Davis dropping 49 points in the All-Star game. I miss Paul George dropping 45 in the All-Star game. Like it wasn't basically what I'm saying is I don't want to just have breakfast and wait another hour for lunch. Nah, I want breakfast, lunch, and dinner through this whole fucking session because this is good eats we're having. This is the All-Star game. This is All-Star game supper all fucking weekend. I want to see the whole shebang, goddamn it. So hopefully they make it 12-minute quarters. That's my only critique. Other than that, I love the intensity. I love the energy that they brought, the competitiveness. I thought it was competitive through all the games except the last one when, NBA young boys they smacked the shit out the OGs. That was basically old All-Star shit. But other than that, I would grade this All-Star game. I would give it a solid 8. I think it's going to be a memorable All-Star game. I thought it was pretty much lit. Still a little left to be desired, but I think for the most part, seeing niggas like Kawhi go crazy, uh, Wemby, Scotty Barnes, he was looking decent. Um, who else? Um, I'll tell you who was fucking abysmal, and these niggas need to start getting recommendations to be banned from the fucking All-Star game. Luka Doncic. I'm not calling him Luka Doncic. I'm calling him Luka Doncic. That's your name, sir, to further notice. And then Nikola Jokic, the Joker. All the do, all the nigga do is just bitch throughout the fucking All-Star game, flop, and then he gone. So the foreigners, I will say they're still cancerous to the NBA All-Star game. But even with them not really doing shit, it still was a good All-Star showing. So, that's pretty much my piece. We gonna let it breathe, chat. We gonna let it breathe. I'm looking at my book bag right now. All right, well, time to put this book back on and carry. Well, yep. All-Star game, All-Star weekend. It was pretty cool. I didn't really tune in to the three-point competition and the dunk contest because I already kind of knew what the fuck was finna happen. Um, Shout out to old boy that won the dunk competition. I forgot his name. I think it's Keyshawn. Oh fuck, I don't remember bro name. I hate to do that because he had a nice spotlight, and I don't even think he was really too much of an NBA player. I think he was a G League player for the most part. Now I did see a recent report that he got released from the Heat, and I hope that was just some troll shit because that would just be cold motherfucking business for the fucking Miami Heat. But I think he was a two-way player anyways, and they do have deadlines, so that might have been the story more so than him just getting cut for no reason. But shout out to bro for winning the dunk contest. Um, Shout out to motherfucking Jace Richardson shaming his family name for missing that dunk. That was crazy. That was one thing I ain't seen before. This nigga hit his fucking back, fucking head, my neck and my back. So that was pretty decent. But yeah, the festivities that was okay, I guess. I didn't see, so I'll leave that for other people's judgment. 3-point competition. Now I kinda hate that I missed that because that was probably the only time we could see Damian Lillard through the season, of course. But shout out to Dame Dollar again, the third 3-point competition win. Um, I seen that Con Knipple put up some good numbers. Devin Booker was the other finalist that lost. I think he missed like 4 game-winning throws. I mean, not throws, game-winning shots. So, I mean, eh, I guess that was pandemonium in that sense. But other than that, it's cool to see Dame Dollar get another little trophy for the 3-point competition. It's only him, Craig Hodges, and Larry Bird. And I am anticipating next year's 3-point competition because I would love for Steph, Clay, and any other top dogs, top shooters in the NBA join that competition. That would definitely be something nostalgic. And yeah, that would be cool to see. Um, I didn't see anything else from the competitions. Shout out to the Rising Stars game. I seen a little bit of that. I feel like Team Vince got the upset because I was going for Team Mello. Um, I would have loved to see Cooper Flag be healthy for Team Mello. That's really why I went for them. But I still thought they had enough talent to get the job done. But shout out to Team Vince. I can't even really remember the game to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. But I do remember VJ Edgecombe carrying throughout that whole, format. So I like to see what that confidence does for VJ Edgecombe as far as like this post All-Star game run that the 76ers going to have. I feel like the 76ers aren't really talked about like that. So, if you can get VJ Edgecombe going in the right trajectory, especially with confidence, because he was looking like the man on that court when he was playing in the Rising Stars game. So I love to see what his confidence can transcend to as far as for that team. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the part of the season where Joel Embiid is probably going to take more games off, or he might try to, keep the injury revenue. But I think this would be a good time for VJ Edgecombe to really just like get off the leash and try to really like find himself as a total all around player because I think he does defer to Maxi and even some of the veterans on that team. Kelly Oubre came back recently. He's been putting up some good numbers. And I think VJ Edgecombe's even been deferring to him. So, I mean, as far as the 76ers sake in the East, is not wide open as we were all previously thought in the beginning of the year. But I do think there still is openings for teams like the 76ers and the Raptors and maybe even the Hawks if they can make a late surge. But, I think the 76ers, they're going to have to rely on VJ Edgecombe a lot to be that third best player, to be that insurance policy for when Maxi and Embiid aren't getting it going. But even when they're getting it going, I think if VJ can add on to that and be assertive, the 76ers could be a dangerous dark horse team. They really could. Because if Joel Hans Embiid is playing like Joel Hans Embiid, niggas is in trouble. Because I can't think of an Eastern Conference big other than Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, is that it? Oh, no, no, no. Mitchell Robinson, beef stew. That's probably about it though. It's slim pickings as far as like big men in the East that can really hold Joel Embiid. So I think that's interesting. Um, but yeah, I just like to see how a lot of these performances in the All Star week or All Star weekend. I want to see how that transitions to the post All Star season that we're in now and pre playoff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for All Star weekend. It's only been 3 days of NBA games since All Star game. It just started Thursday. I can't really remember too many games. I didn't see this game, but I did see the box score where Cade Cunningham put belt the ass on the New York Knicks. Jesus Christ, Jeez Louise. Tasman with the gas man has disappeared. And it's only right that he'll disappear when we talk NBA because, when Cade Cunningham put belt the ass 4 straight times against one of your favorite teams, it's hard to have conversations, but shout out to Cade Cunningham. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. I was one to say that I do believe that they will retain the number one seed just because of the depth that they got. And I do think that as the season has gone along, they have been getting better. I think with them trading away Jaden Ivey and kind of closing that chapter. And shout out to Jaden Ivey. I hope he's doing good because he has some cryptic messages and stuff like that. But God bless the kid because he is a big believer in Jesus Christ, and I always support any believer in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. But he did have a DNP with the Bulls, and I hate to see him not getting playing time after getting traded away because that'll just that suck for a player that had a lot of hype in his career in the beginning. But I think he good, man. I think the Bulls right now is just a tricky situation because they got so much guard depth. But I think give him an off season, he'll be able to adjust and be a little more consistent and maybe build out a role with the Bulls. But as far as Detroit, I think with them getting rid of Jaden Ivey, that opens up more for Denaz Jenkins and Marcus Sasser and even Cade Cunningham in a sense because that was a big phenomenon. How would Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham work together? But now that that's out the window, I think Cade Cunningham can fully take in this point guard role that we've been seeing for the last couple years without Jaden Ivey. If you notice, when Jaden Ivey did come back and play the last 2 years, Cade Cunningham kind of tailed off in his production because he had to share the ball. But now that that's not the case, I think Cade Cunningham can continue to put up big time numbers. Maybe not 40 and 10. Jesus Christ, that man put 40 and 10 at the Garden. Jesus Christ, that got to be historical. That's one of those signature games. That's one of those Kobe. That's one of those Harden at the Gardens. That's one of those LeBrons. Sheesh. We need that playoff matchup ASAP because it's definitely gonna be different in the playoffs. But Lord behold, if the Knicks cannot get one in the where is Detroit's arena? The Motor Center? I forgot what it is, but if they can't get one in Detroit, mm, they be down 2-0. Mm, fuck. But yeah, I think Detroit, I think they're gonna retain that number one seed throughout the year. Boston's kind of getting on their ass, but I'll be one to say that I think Boston still has to figure out some deficiencies on defense with adding Nikola Vucevic. I just think Vucevic is not that good of a defensive player. I would even say he's a defensive liability, but he does add a lot outside of defense to kind of compensate for that. But I still think in the playoffs, teams are going to attack him. And if Keita gets in foul trouble, it's going to be a lot of trouble for the Celtics because they don't have a lot of big man depth. They usually play small ball and go with Sam Hauser or I haven't seen Jordan Walsh in a minute. Um, it's pretty much it. They'll even use Jalen Brown at the four sometimes and put Gonzalez or uh uh Baylor Shemiter. I forgot the boy name. But yeah, they going with a philosophy of 4-1. So I mean that's cool, but then when you run into teams that presents problems in those matchups, like the Raptors, for example. Are you really going to leave Sam Hauser on the island with Scotty Barnes? What about Carl Anthony Towns? So that's really my only problem with the Celtics. Now they might can get away with it against the Pistons because the Pistons, they got good big man depth, but they don't have too many big ISO scorers. They usually need help to get a bucket, except Tobias Harris. But Tobias Harris, I wouldn't really particularly rely on him to attack mismatches per se, but he can. And if he does, shit, that's even more dangerous for Detroit. But I think the Celtics got some flaws that I still need to see how they addressed it. So I'm not too hard on the Celtics. Um, who else in the East?
They
Yeah, the
still took a
Knicks.
nice
I
jump.
mean, to me, I feel like the Knicks are the best constructed team in the East. I think they got the best quality depth. And I think one thing for them that will bode well is that they got past the whole Giannis trade rumors for at least this season. So, I think someone like Carl Anthony Towns, who they had reports about, you know, him struggling with the rumors and not being engaged because he was worried about getting traded or things like that. I think now that that's out the window, he can focus on just being the best player that he can be and hopefully get a championship on route of that. He has been productive in some of the games that he's been playing after the post trade deadline. So if they can get the best out of Carl Anthony Towns, I think that's the biggest factor because the thing about the Knicks, you can't have two black holes on defense, especially from the head of the snake and the back end of the defense. It's cool to have Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. That definitely helps and compensates a lot for their defensive woes. But I think with Carl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, I think you can simply you don't even really have to be like, oh, let's attack them on mismatches. You really can just be like, hey, let's not try OG and Mikal. Let's just run our offense away from these two niggas. And let's just see what we can get out of that. Like we ain't gotta pinpoint certain mismatches to attack Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. How about we just run actions away from the best defenders and see where that get us? Because usually where it's gonna get you to is actions against niggas that ain't OG Ananobi or Mikal Bridges. So if they can do that, any team, it's gonna spell a lot of trouble for the New York Knicks. Now they can hide it with offense. Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns have to be on one. They can't be inconsistent. They can't miss threes. They have to really step up to an all NBA level in the playoffs for them to win a championship. But I don't know. I feel like the Knicks, they just have the best roster. I feel like what Mike Brown has done for this team is empowered a lot of the role players, guys like Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride when he comes back. Mitchell Robinson is the biggest one out of all of them because Mitchell Robinson has been playing his best basketball probably as a New York Knick, or at least uh
No,
outside of the Tom Thibodeau era.
no, you had it right.
Well, then yeah, like I feel
This has
like
been his
Mike Brown.
this has been his best basketball like out of his whole like career in the NBA. I mean, of course, it was like mostly due to like injuries and shit. But even during the times when he was like playing with us, like his first 2 years, like he was playing okay, but he wasn't like a top center kind of like in the league, basically. Well, not like in rebounding like he is now.
Yeah, yeah, I think them injuries definitely set him back. And then he wasn't. I think it was more so mentally too because he always had some cryptic messages on X or IG being like, yeah, fuck it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that would be the vibe. So I think, again, Mike Brown just empowering him. Whenever Carl Anthony Towns is fucking up, he yank him right out the game and be like, all right, Mitch, go and get him. And next thing you know, Mitch get like 5, 7 offensive rebounds in the game. Goddamn, controlling the block. Shit, he looking like Mitch off Paid in Full, goddamn it.
Like I
Running the
said,
block.
man, like that one game against Jokic for real, man, he showed who was dominant that game.
Yep. Shit. Even
Uh,
the game against Wemby in that
yeah,
cup game. I'm talking about just physically imposing that nigga.
I mean,
So
and he looked. I mean, pause. He looked great though. Like he's moving. He's moving like how he wants to. It's not like he's moving stiff. Like he's not trying to get injured or anything. Like I feel like he's like the most comfortable that he's been in a while.
yeah, I definitely agree.
Take your time.
And then it'll be as far as the other role players for y'all, Diawara, he stepped up when he's asked to start. I think Jordan Clarkson has been solid. Not too wowing, but he's still been solid as one of those guards that y'all got. Y'all got a slew of guards from like y'all probably got the best bench of guards in the league because you got Deuce McBride, Tyler Kolek, Landry Shamet, and Jordan Clarkson. I can't think of any other teams. Maybe you could say OKC, um, San Antonio. Maybe they're not too really guard heavy and on the bench. I mean, Dylan Harper can go. So I mean, you
I
had
mean,
him, Shan Penny. I don't know if you consider Keldon Johnson a guard. He's more of a forward, like power forward, small forward type.
to be honest with you, the way how I look, and like I said, this is the way how I look at it. It just seems as though that we have the most deepest roster. Like, cause even our bigs, we have like we have good rebounding bigs too. Like even after Mitchell Robinson, like the nigga Porty, I mean he be playing pretty decent. I believe one time he had at least over like 10 boards before in the game. Matter of fact, I think he had a game where it was like damn near like plus 15 or some shit like that. I gotta relook. But and then we just picked up Jeremy Sohan, which he can at least still play like a power a 4 or a 3 too.
And then you still even got Josh Hart, of course, like plays both, well, either or too. So, and
And
then
he
like
is
you
a
said,
guard,
who? Well,
Josh
yeah,
Hart.
yeah, he is a guard, but I mean, shit, he'll play power forward too, though. And then you
Yep.
got Diawara for real, like, and he'd be playing good, solid defense for us too.
Hmm. Yeah. I think I got the deepest roster in the league, to be honest. Well, outside of a healthy OKC team, but and maybe San Antonio too. San
Yeah.
Antonio deep. Um, who would be the top five teams? I think the Nuggets, healthy, are top five team as far as depth. Uh, who would be the fifth? Can't really. I low key want to go with the Raptors. Low key want to go to Raptors. It's between them and Detroit for me. I know the Raptors haven't been playing like their roster suggested, but they had some injuries here and there. They haven't really had a nice, healthy roster for most of the season. So maybe that will be what's the case now. Because I believe Portal is back. Yeah, Portal played. Did Portal play the last game they played? I can't even
I
fucking
ain't
remember.
gonna lie to you.
I think he back though. So, you got Portal and CMB. That's a nice center tandem. You got I can never say the nigga name. I just call him Sandro. You got Sandro coming off the bench behind Scotty Barnes. Um what's the nigga name? Churi, Abachi, something like that. You got Abachi, you got Grady Dick, you got
Just say
hmm.
Grady.
Man, the man ain't Grady Dick. God damn, man. We ain't gotta pause the man government all the time. Now if you
I ain't
just be like,
pause it. Pause it. I just say Grady.
all right, well, Grady, god damn, man. Shoot. What if we have to introduce this nigga one day?
I might just be like, "What's up, Grady?" I
Nah,
mean,
bro.
this is
Say the dick.
Grady.
Say the dick, bro.
Whoa.
Pause, nigga. Pause, nigga. I'm impersonating.
I know. I know. I'm just saying. It just sounded a little aggressive now. But
Well, the nigga might say that if you don't address him properly.
man.
Hey, niggas
Anywho,
will pull up on you for disrespecting their name. You seen what happened with Jeff Teague and Zaire Franklin. Imagine
Teach.
Grady Dick going to what's the podcast? Jeff Teague podcast? 50-40?
Mm-hmm.
No, 540, whatever
520.
the fuck. 540, yeah. Yeah, I'll be tripping off that. And
Man, Jeff Teague.
introducing our boy Grady. Grady, I got a last name, bro. Yeah, we know, nigga. We know. No, you gotta say that, bro. Why you disrespect my name, Jeff? You disrespect my name?
We all know Jeff
Mm.
was just trolling anyway, though. Like, 'cause that shit ain't good. That shit was kind of uncalled for anyway.
Yeah, that was some lame ass shit. That was some
Yeah.
lame ass shit. As far as that, because
Some lame casual shit.
I focus out here Franklin, so I felt how he felt like as far as like Jeff Teague on that trolling shit. It's like trolling cool for like entertainment purposes, but don't think you gonna make your wage of just trolling with everybody because everybody don't be on that trolling time. Anybody can joke and have a good time, but when you start trolling on a nigga and making him the joke, then it's like nah, everybody ain't going for that shit. And then this is a guy
So,
that's a perennial Pro Bowler, all pro, and
but
it's
the
like
one thing I hate about it though is that he brought up about the whole money situation and shit too. Like, nigga, that's totally different from both of y'all kind of like status from what y'all was playing in. Like, I mean, I feel like he had a better career football wise than Jeff Teague had basketball wise.
he definitely did because again, like now the Colts haven't been a winning team like that. So it wasn't like he was going through like great playoff runs and stuff like that. But as far as the individual player, yeah, Zaire Franklin, he always getting 100 tackles. team captain, like he said, and one of the vocal points of that defense. Like, if there's anything notable about the Indianapolis Colts defense, is they're usually solidified at that linebacker position. So, you talking about one of the integral parts of a defense who's been holding it down. So, you know, for the most part, that's some lame ass shit. And it's even lamer that the co-host ain't really, sometimes you gotta check niggas. Like, you gotta tell niggas like just cause you my mans, if you disrespecting somebody, bro, that don't make it cool. Like, I'm not gonna rock with you because you being disrespectful. No, it'd be like, no, chill, chill. No, we go chill this shit out. Like, we ain't go laugh and kiki and blah blah blah. Like, no, like this at the end of the day, this is some type of a format or a platform that, you know, you gotta have some type of etiquette. You gotta have some type of respect of the craft of what's going on. So it's like, yeah, that shit was just lame. But I'm glad they had a learning lesson in that shit. I feel like they can elevate from that because now they don't got to rely on trolling solely. Yeah, trolling is the cream of the crop. That's the shit that you come to see. But sometimes niggas just want to sit down and listen to like some real basketball takes. Like, niggas want to sit down and listen to some real sports conversations. Because at the end of the day, we trying to listen to some thought provoking shit. At least I am. But you know, um, aside from that though, back to the NBA and just the temperament. Um, what I really was getting to was the Eastern Conference teams and how Detroit has maintained the number one seed still 4-0 against the New York Knicks. Would you like to address that?
Bruh, I knew y'all was just gonna. Well, not y'all since he ain't in here, but it's not a big deal, bro. And I'm not worried about it. Same way you're not worried about the Spurs. Like,
Well, why would that be the case?
nigga, because we seen. I already tell y'all every single time. It's the same shit that Boston did to us last year, bro. They put belt to ass on us. As a matter of fact, they kicked our ass every single game. Like, I think it was probably only like one close game in the regular season, but other than that, they whooped the shit out of us. That's why everybody was so hung up on, oh, well, Boston will beat the shit out the Knicks. Look at what they did in the regular season to them, like. But then we ended up kicking the shit out of them, like.
That
It's
is
it's
very
a
true.
whole different. It's just a different atmosphere, bro. I'm not worried about this regular season shit. I mean, kudos to the wins. It shows that they can get a win over us. So I mean, it's not like I'm scared, but it's like I know they can actually get a win on us though. So I don't think that we could actually sweep them or something.
Hmm. Now, was this the same case last year with the Pacers? Then y'all have a winning record against the Pacers?
I mean, I think so. I mean, so it happens to us too.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, it's a flip of a coin. It's a flip of a coin.
Yes, I mean that's why. I mean, like I said, playoffs is a whole different story, bro. I get it. I mean, at least like during the regular season, you know what teams are actually good, and you can possibly get a catch on to what might actually happen in the playoffs. But
Like
as
Paul
of right,
Reed busting your ass.
I mean, yeah, but bro, even then, like if I'm sitting there watching that shit on TV, and I can clearly see Cat is not getting the ball whenever like he gets a switch on like Duncan Robinson or who else they had, or even like Asar Thompson too, like bruh, you have times where you can get a switch on the ball, get down in the low post, do a quick move, stop thinking so fast on it, and go up. Like you already looking to get a foul anyway. Like Carl needs to, I mean, not even just Carl. We just got out coached that game because Mike Brown could have easily made that adjustment or at least even told Cat, like, all right, man, we're going to feed you more and we're going to go to you basically more in the, more so in the, like second half. Like they started off in the beginning of him going off I mean, third quarter. But then towards like the fourth quarter though, like they still wasn't really doing what we needed to do for to win the game, especially like on our like in with as far as like even playing up against Cade because we even got to the point of putting in like Jeremy Sohan for like his first like time for just to see if he could put like a stop to him, but he was even cooking the shit out of him though. Well, he was cooking the shit out of him too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, this just still doesn't mean nothing bro. Like we seen players come into our home, beat the shit out of us, and then next thing you know, either they ain't make the playoffs or we play them in the playoffs and we beat them. Like besides like Indiana and who else was it the year before? Took out yeah, I'm trying to think who took us out the year before.
Indiana. Yeah,
They took us
Indiana
out
been
twice.
whooping. Indiana been whooping y'all ass last 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, really, it's just been Indiana.
Okay. Well, are there any what's your main matchup as far as like what you expect if the Knicks and Pistons play? Like what would you think is like the X factor matchup? I know you brought up Karl Anthony Towns and his ability to, seek out mismatches, but it will be a little different when Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren is back. So like what would you think is the biggest X factor if y'all were to meet in the playoffs?
I don't think we should feed into it by playing like our two bigs at the same time with Cat and Mitchell Robinson. I mean, during some moments and probably like towards the end of the fourth quarter, maybe. But even then, like it was just kind of weird though having. I don't. I like how I like what Mike Brown was trying to do. Like he was at least trying to do different kind of schemes of what might work as far as like playing a small ball lineup because he knows what can actually kill them. To be honest, though, so I see what he was kind of doing because he had Jalen Brunson, he had Jose Calderon, and he had who else was it? It was another small guard, and it was Landry Shamet, and he had Landry Shamet in the game. So you had three small guards, and I believe you had matter of fact, and you had Mikael Bridges. You had Mikael Bridges playing the four, and you had Cat in the game at the five. So you had a real small ball lineup, and I mean, it kind of worked a little bit, but it didn't because I mean, Cade just ended up basically spreading out the floor still. But I feel like if we figure out at least that part with having like a small ball lineup, hopefully with adding Jeremy Sohan, that will be like our key piece with that, because then you possibly can have like I say like a nice tough lineup. I feel like would be like Jalen Brunson, Mikael Bridges, then you got Josh Hart, Sohan, and you got Cat. That would be a nice lineup towards like the Pistons. I feel like too, because you got an athletic four in Jeremy Sohan. Then you still got Josh Hart still making like all the grit and grimy plays, and you got Sohan doing the same thing too. So you still got two. The only thing that you kind of losing is almost the shooting, but that's only out of like two. Well, matter of fact, I can't even say that because Josh Hart actually been hitting. So really, you only
Right.
losing one person that really can't shoot that much.
Okay, I could dig that. Yeah. But I agree with you though. I think like you said, like I think it's more so of a matchup thing for me as far as like if the Pistons and Knicks play. I just think like you just brought up, y'all even got Jose Alvarado who's been hooping like a motherfucker. So it's like y'all got the guard depth. I think now Jeremy Shohan definitely gonna have to like be productive because OG, Cat, and Mitch, I'm not sure if that is quite enough to deal with Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, and Beef Stew. I mean, they probably can all even out, but eh, I'm not sure. I think that's iffy. I think that can go either way as far as those matchups. But I think as far as like guard depth, like I would think that now again, the Nash Jenkins told y'all ass to go home a couple times actually. So he actually does play well against the Knicks. So I don't know if he might go crazy. And truth be told, I think Marcus Sasser is better than Denaz Jenkins. So if they start snapping, that could be ugly for y'all. But I still think Tyler Kolek, whenever he gets the time, he can snap. Jose Alvarado, he can for surely snap. Deuce McBride can surely snap. So I think it's just as far as the depth, I think y'all have enough to suffice. Now, I will say one big, maybe not the biggest X factor, but I think one player that y'all really need to account for is motherfucking Ron Holland. If Ron Holland plays like All-Star Ron Holland, I mean, I know he's not an All-Star, but he's had some games where it's like, man, if this bitch start, motherfucker probably average 15, 7, and 4. Like 2 steals and a block type shit. Like Ron
No,
Holland is a damn good player.
last game, yeah, he was knocking threes down and everything.
Yeah, so I mean, you got him and maybe even the Sword Thompson if you want to count him. I think that might be something to watch out for as far as like, you know, who at that 3 position is going to guard or account for those players. Like, is it going to be Jeremy Sohan? Is it going to be Mikal Bridges, OG? How they gonna hold it down for them?
I mean, but that's four. I mean, that's already at least three like solid defenders though, like that you have. They can even switch up. They can even do switches basically. Like you're not sitting there basically trying to fight over a pick with when you got Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Jeremy Sohan in the game. Like I said, you even have Mikal Bridges playing the four at times too, just in like a small ball lineup. So I mean, I'm not saying he's going to check like a center at times, but I mean, he'll switch on to like a four and still possibly get like a stop. Like, I mean, unless it's like a what? How many skill fours can I say? Like, I mean, then especially against the Pistons, which they need K to create offense for them. I mean, it's easy to kind of put like, run a small ball lineup against them anyway, though. Because if they got Jalen Dorn and B Stu in the game, then they cook. So they're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play one of them at a time. Like,
I disagree. Are they cooked against y'all?
yeah, they cooked against us.
I feel like if there's a double big lineup, they got an advantage.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Neither
B
one of
Stu
them
can
can create
three.
that. If we can make sure Cade does. That's what I'm saying as far as like the switches though. Like if we can have basically Cade, try to do the whole like pick and rolls and shit or whatever, but we stop that with at least having like our guards or basically Mikal Bridges, Josh, and Sohan basically with the whole switching part. Then I mean that will actually put a stop to them opening up the floor so much and then having K with like his being able to drive. So if we put a stop to K being able to basically facilitate, then they're cooked. Unless they
So
put
what
in,
you're
like you said,
saying?
probably like
So you're saying no switching on Cade on pick and rolls?
no. I'm saying you would. I'm saying yes, you would switch just because you have Jeremy Sohan, Josh, and Mikal Bridges that could pick up on them.
So let's say Mikal Bridges is guarding Cade Cunningham. They go in the pick and roll with him and Jalen Duran because they're not going to just go and run a pick and roll with another great defender that's going to switch with him. So I'm pretty sure they're going to attack the weakest defender. Like you think that's? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like barbecue chicken to me.
It's not, bro. What you gonna sit?
Because okay, you got Jalen Duran who can set screens like a motherfucker. He set that screen. You get enough time to get an opening. Now you got to make Cat make a decision. Is he gonna step up or is he gonna play drop until the recovery comes back? I feel like by that time, Cat will be in no man's land, having to make a decision to step up on Cade or stay home and guard that pick and roll. And Cade, he can get in that mid range area and get off some mid range shots, get off floaters, tough shots. So I don't know. I mean,
I mean, but then you also got the help though. Like I mean, you don't have Cat stepping up. I mean, you can still have him like stay grounded where he's at. But then you got basically somebody like Josh Hart that will like cheat.
and what happens when you cheat?
I mean, whenever he does it, to be honest with you, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. He's a solid defender though. Like, cause when he cheats, it's like the right cheat code basically. Like,
All right, because if Duncan Robinson is left open, if fucking
I mean, but
Tobias
that's
Harris
the
is
thing,
left
man.
open.
But that's the thing, man. If you got Duncan, I mean, of course, yeah. If you have Duncan Robinson, in, then you at least have one of your other defenders on them. But then you're gonna still have at least like a nigga like a Sar Thompson or I mean Ron Holland. He shot the ball nice, but I'm not gonna sit there and respect that shit too much. Like I'm not gonna sit there and think he's gonna take over the whole fucking game. So I mean, you can still have your one of your defenders on the shooter, but
Yeah.
then when they put in basically the person that's in like supposed to be in the dunker spot or is spotting up still, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I would rather cheat. I would rather go ahead and cheat, especially with Sar Thompson in the game.
Yep. That's a great point. That's an excellent point because if they're not hitting shots, if Detroit not hitting shots, yeah, that offense is gonna be stagnated because all y'all gonna do is clog up the paint. So yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
And then
Definitely.
Cade, he's a good shooter. Like he can knock down threes too. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and like think he's gonna take like 6 or 7 threes though. He's gonna take at least like a few.
Yeah, but y'all gotta respect that man now, bro. He dropped 40 in the garden, man. Fuck all that. You better respect that nigga, bro. Treat that bitch like he Ray Allen or something. Like
But I don't respect that he would take like 7 or 8 threes like against us.
I think he
Like
will.
again. Matter of fact, what was his shot shit last time? Matter of fact, let me check.
I wouldn't look if I were you. I feel like he hit at least four threes, maybe five.
No, he was hitting them. That's what I was saying. Like he was hitting last game with like threes, and I respect like his jump shot. But I'm just saying I don't think he's gonna sit there and go crazy on threes though. Like Cade is, he's a mature like point guard though. Like you say, he's gonna mainly try to. If he don't get Doran in the dunker spot, he's gonna get a pull up jump shot then and take the easy two.
Yep. Oh, real quick on a random note, shout out to Javonte Williams for signing a 3-year deal with the Cowboys. He will be a Cowboy for another 3 years. So for all you Cowboys pussies,
Yeah,
congrats.
Cade said, yeah, get the hell out of here with us. God damn,
I
nigga
was
shot. He shot 5 for 11 from three.
trying to tell you.
He took 11 threes against us. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. I need to see something real quick down on this
Yeah, because
joint.
y'all was playing off the nigga. Now I ain't see the whole game. But I did see some
Okay.
clips where it was like some high pick and rolls and you know, they caught Cat lacking a couple times and he'll fuck around pull that bitch. You give these NBA scorers enough space, bro. It don't matter if they're the best 3-point shooter or not. An open shot for a scorer is an open shot. So again, I think K will take those 11 threes in a couple of those games y'all play them. If y'all not guarding them, you know, properly, I guess, at the top of the key or regardless of anything.
No, I mean, I'll take that back because as I'm looking at it now, he do kind of at least take like, on an average, like 6 threes.
Yep.
I mean, it ain't a guarantee. I mean, I see that it's not a guarantee that he's hitting all of them, but it's like a couple times, yeah, where he had at least like, oh, let me see. Like even in one game, he had well, 6 threes made. But when I look at all these rest of the games, like he shot a lot, but he didn't really like hit a lot of them. At least like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, so I think Cade, he will just keep you honest as possible. There's nothing on the floor that Cade Cunningham can't do. Now, is he the best at certain things? Probably not, but he is well equipped to be as good as any other player in certain areas. So, yeah, man, y'all got a tough task against Cade if y'all do play him in the playoffs. But and I do think y'all are gonna have a playoff matchup. I don't think Adam Silver is going to miss the opportunity to like not have that matchup again. It was a great matchup last year. Even though y'all went 4-2, it was still some good close games. And it ended in dramatic fashion with the whole Jalen Brunson shot over Asura Thomas. So it's some bad blood. It's been some bad blood in the regular season, last season. So I think y'all paths are gonna cross. And
What about? Nah, hold on, because don't get me wrong. Now, of course, to see Detroit and the Knicks, but it does have to be fair game now. I mean, the NBA might rig it somehow, but let's not sit here and not think that Boston might take them out though.
Boston take out Detroit.
Boston can possibly take out Detroit.
Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit
I
4-1.
mean, All right.
Give me Detroit 4-1. I'm sorry, I do not think they can hang with Detroit. It would have to be a Jalen Brunson. I mean, not Jalen Brunson. It had to be a Jalen Brown masterclass for every
That's what
single game
that's what I'm predicting, bro. To be honest with you, I
against
honestly
Ron
think
Harlan and Asura Thomas.
yes. I mean, nigga, yes. What the fuck? Jalen Brunson hit a game winner on this nigga to advance. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
last year. It's a whole new
But
year.
nobody.
They're better than
And
last
you
year.
don't think Jalen Brown gonna do? You don't think Jalen Brown can do the same thing?
Not at this point, no.
All right. I'm just saying. Like I said, you may not agree, but I'm just saying. I feel like Jalen Brown will just have a crazy game against Detroit, and it's
I'm just
only
not agreeing
because
because the defenders he's gonna have to get through are very good defenders.
I mean, I understand what you're saying as far as like them being good defenders, but I feel like he's going to
Very
play
good.
better offense. But like I said, I just feel like he's going to play better offense.
All right. Don't let that regular season shit fool you too much.
I'm not like I said, and then you still even got Derek White that can still pop off at times too, though.
Yeah,
Like
Mr. Inconsistent White.
Joe Mazzulla is not gonna be no sit down kind of nigga.
He's never that.
Exactly. So I don't think it's gonna be no 4-1. If Detroit beat them, I think it would at least at the very least, yeah, 4-2 maybe. Only because yeah, they probably get at least 2 wins at Boston, and then after that, that's probably like a wrap. But other than that, if I see that Boston gets a win in Detroit, if they get one win in Detroit out of the first 2 games, because of course Detroit might still hold on to that first seed or whatever, then I honestly think they're not going to get a win in Boston.
Okay. You think it'll be like the home crowd type shit, or just
Might
they're
play
just
into the home
better?
crowd, but
Yeah,
you
because I
got
mean,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think the home crowd would play a significant advantage, like if Detroit comes to Boston, because Boston fans, they're so in tune with their franchise. I think they would try to like rebirth some type of Pistons Celtics rivalry type shit, where it's like, okay, y'all coming in here, we ain't letting that shit y'all did in Charlotte slide around this bitch. Like you will be careful with your thoughts when you try to start some shit or rile some shit up. So you know, I think I think as far as their home court advantage, they'll have the potential to kind of throw Detroit off their game. They'll have them playing 2 games with basketball and like possibly an altercation type shit. So I think they'll play like a mental game with them if Detroit was to see the Celtics. But I think in a basketball sense, I'm sorry, I don't think Boston is fucking with Detroit. Like maybe if Derek White and
Oh,
Peyton Pritchard could show up, but they've been too inconsistent. I don't think they're in a position to where they could take over games in the playoffs right now if they're playing against the Pistons. Maybe if they play a little better going into the end of the season, maybe I could be like, okay, Peyton Pritchard could take advantage of the Nash Jenkins matchup, or maybe Derek White can go at it with Cade Cunningham. But I don't know, man. I think Detroit just got too much shit that they could shut down. Again, Vucevic and Keita versus Beef Stew and Duran. Give me Beef Stew and Duran. Uh, and then again, I think Asura Thomas and Ryan Harlan. There's gonna be no breaks for Jalen Brown. And as great as Jalen Brown has been playing, I do not think that he can go 38, 40 minutes, however long he play, and have to deal with those two fucking terrors of defenders.
and you don't
So
think he's gonna sit there and try to beat them off of either like a switch or he can take them to the cup like I said, I'm not sleeping on Jalen Brown, bro. He's kind of proven to me that he's of course like a number 1 option as
so
well.
so what would be the switch?
Shit, you make him switch on to fucking either Beef Stew or Jalen Brown. That shit gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, we gonna move on because you're disrespecting Beef Stew, bro.
That shit gonna be a wrap. He know how
You
to fuck
keep
with Beef Stew.
disrespecting Beef
If
Stew
I
like
am
he's
Jalen
sweet.
Brown, if I am Jalen Brown, I am going to fuck with Isaiah Stewart. Like I'm going to be pushing off on him and everything. I'm going to make him pissed off to the point where he gets the technical foul and he gets the fuck up out of there.
Now
because
they
we
did have
already
that
know
moment. They did have that moment early in the season too.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. At this point, bro, we know how to beat Detroit. Well, teams should know how to beat Detroit. Piss them the fuck off. Make them go ahead and want to like get one of their players out of there. Because then they ain't gonna be able to finish the fucking game, and we're gonna be able to attack their weak point then.
Yeah, that shit sound good, but they still rolling despite having suspensions. So it sound good. Yeah, get them mad, get them pissed off. Niggas been trying to do that the whole year. It worked once, and niggas are still winning. So I mean, I don't know, man. There is a round where they can mature too,
One
and
game now. It was just one.
that whole situation might lead to maturity too. Like maybe niggas is less tempered in certain situations.
They're gonna have to be. So I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a guarantee that they're gonna just like automatically flip out because they should know now, especially Isaiah Stewart, how they talked about him in the media about it. He should know now not to flip out and control his composure. Like probably in class or something at this point. Like
Beef stew, that red boy. Red Rouse that beef stew. You know that nigga Jamaican. The nigga Jamaican with a fucking Caucasian ass wife. No disrespect. It just threw me for a loop. Like this nigga be ready to crash out all the time. This man in a picture with a fucking get out suit with his snow queen, his Elsa. But I don't knock it though.
bro, you know.
But he
I
do
mean,
kind of snap. You know that nigga off Get Out, that Samuel L. Jackson was playing.
mm-hmm.
You know, Beast do kind of do act like that.
Man, I don't know, man. All I know is Detroit ain't nothing to really worry about for bro.
Man,
I
get the
ain't.
fuck out of here. Stop disrespecting these niggas, bro. I do not. You have no fucking room to disrespect these niggas, bro. Fuck
I
that.
do.
No,
I
you
do.
fucking don't. 4-0, nigga. These niggas swept you to further notice.
I do. Just
You can kick
regular
all that. Wait to the playoffs. Wait to
a
the playoffs. The
regular
playoffs ain't
season
here yet.
a
They beat
regular
y'all
season
ass.
a regular season game is
They
not
beat
going.
y'all ass in the regular season. They beat
It's
y'all
not.
ass. You can't
It
talk
is.
shit.
It.
You sound
I still
stupid.
can. I still
You
can. What
sound
are you
stupid.
talking about?
Bro,
I
you
still
have
can. What
no.
are you talking
Oh
about?
my God. They beat your ass. That's what I'm talking about. And this current
Okay, and win
reality that we're
shit
in,
out of y'all.
this
The
current
Spurs
reality
beat
that we're in.
and the Spurs beat the shit out of y'all. The Spurs beat the shit out of y'all. So what do you mean?
Well, hell, we at least got one win.
Oh,
Yeah, you forgot about that. Yeah.
oh my god!
And that's with
Wow,
Wemby.
that
And
one,
that's with Wemby.
that one
Yeah,
win,
one win.
the
Wow,
one
that's
win,
one
the
more than what
one
y'all got
win,
against the
the
Pistons.
one win.
That's one more against what y'all got against the Pistons, nigga.
Even then
Don't
they
hop
still
on
put
this train.
even then they still put BTA to you. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
first two games early,
Just
bro.
because, hold
What
on.
happened the last game that we seriously played them, though?
Bruh, y'all still got y'all ass whooped the first
Yeah,
two
first two
games.
games, and we made up for it.
Bruh, oh my god, that won't shit, bro.
It won't shit. Okay, so it's just imaginary and that shit ain't happy. It just won't shit like how it won't shit when y'all lost every game.
Bruh,
That's the
either
same
way,
equivalent.
they got a winning record against y'all, just like how the Pistons got a winning record against us. So I
No, no,
mean,
no,
what?
no, 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 no. They got a winning record against us. Detroit is undefeated against y'all. That's the difference. Fundamental difference.
Wow, that's not a big difference, bro. You just trying to boost the
Bro,
shit. It's
y'all
still,
got
nigga.
belt to ass every game. Y'all got blown out by 20 points
Y'all
every
still got
fucking
belt to
game. That is
ass
not the
every single
same.
game too, real, except for one fucking
No, it
game.
wasn't. We put belt
Except
to
for
ass
one
on them
fucking
when we
game.
seen them.
Y'all
We
had a
put.
time where y'all
Oh
was
my
up
God.
by damn near 20 and y'all fucking lost. Like,
And
what
that's
do you have
crazy.
to
We were
fucking
up at
say?
least. At least we gave up the game. At least we had competitive games. They put belt to ass on y'all
Without even
every
fucking
game, bro.
winning, they
That's very different. I don't
without even
understand what we're
Wimby,
talking about.
they still got into y'all. That's what I'm even saying. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, without Wemby, that don't really make a difference because I'm pretty sure Wemby's going to play the games. Okay, so you think Wemby not going to play in the playoffs? Yes, no? I mean, you can include that. They put about the ass on us without Wemby, but at the same time,
Lot though.
huh?
I said that says a fucking lot though that they can still even beat y'all without Wimby.
How much does that say in a 4-game series?
I mean, that might still say a lot because they still probably could get one. They still came back from a 20-point lead with barely even Wimby's help.
Okay.
I mean, that says a lot. Like, that's what I said. Like, bro, I understand. Yeah,
And
Detroit
how the
swept
fuck?
the fuck. Huh?
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I understand. Detroit swept the fuck out of us, of course. Okay, yeah, they put belt to ass on us. So that means, like I told you in the first place, that they could still they could end up beating us a few games in the regular, I mean in the playoffs for real. But in a 7-game series, they're not beating us. So just like how you say it's not, it doesn't matter just because when playoffs start in a 7-game series, that shit is not happening. Like that just only means they can get a few games out of us and that's it.
Okay. All I'm saying is you ain't got the right to talk shit. If you feel confident, if you feel confident y'all can get wins against them, that's one thing. But to say, oh, that shit ain't nothing. What the fuck you mean?
Right, it ain't nothing if we sitting there just trying shit.
Bro, it's y'all have 4 tries, man, nigga. Come on now. Come on now. What the fuck? What the fuck am I hearing?
I mean, and what
Bro, give them
happened
their
when
respect, bro. Give
and
them
what
their
happened
respect.
and what happened with Boston?
Oh my God, are they Boston?
Yes, they just about. I mean, they're not better than that Boston team
Oh,
from last year. Fuck no.
okay. That's what you want to go off of.
I mean, I
Have
got
at
to,
it.
bro. I mean, if the shit
You got
happens,
to
that's
because you gotta find any little
no, because
fucking crack
it is
to
a fact.
fucking
It
feel
is
great
a
about this shit.
fact because
It's
it is
not a
a
fact.
fact. It is a fact. How is
What's
it
the
not a
fact?
fact
What's the fact?
that Boston swept us last year and that we ended up beating them in the playoffs? That's not a fact.
Okay, and I'm pretty
So the
sure y'all had
same shit can
competitive games.
happen. So is it not a fact that the same shit can happen in Detroit? I mean, with Detroit?
Isn't that a fact that y'all went toe to toe with the Pacers and y'all still got your ass whooped by them?
Okay, that's the Pacers though. Why are you bringing up the
What the
Pacers?
fuck you mean, nigga? What the
We're
fuck is this
talking
nigga
about
talking about,
Detroit.
bro? The
We're
Pacers
talking
didn't make
about
the
Detroit.
finals. The Pacers didn't make the finals.
They did, but I gave them the respect. Did I sit there and say that, oh, we're gonna beat the shit out of the Pacers? The fuck, they're not even in contention, so they're irrelevant at this point. That's
Oh
what I'm
my
saying.
God.
Why are you even bringing them up?
I'm
Because we're
talking
talking
about
about
last year. I'm talking about last year.
that's last. Okay, bro. Yeah, it's
Oh
last year
yeah,
that the
now it's last
Pacers.
year. Thank
It's
you.
last year that the
Thank
Pacers
you.
beat us. It's the year before that the Pacers beat us. Yes, and I'm not sitting here saying that. Oh, we're gonna beat the fuck out of the Pacers, but I'm gonna sit here and say that we can beat we can beat the Detroit Pistons. We can beat the fuck out of the Detroit Pistons too. In a 7-game series, we can beat the Detroit Pistons in a 7-game series. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, I believe we can beat Indiana in a 7-game series. I mean, of course, right now because they fucking suck. And I mean, who's to say what happens next year? So we don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Well, next season we don't know what the fuck what they gonna look like. So I mean, at this point, yeah, Indiana is the only team that I'm scared about. But I mean, Boston, no. Detroit, no. Any other team in the fucking East, no. Like I'm not worried about them. Like why? Why would I be worried about them?
I mean, because some of the teams have done better things than y'all.
Oh my God, it's a lot of teams that Boston had a better record than us. We had a shitty, well, not even a shitty record. We still had what, like 30 losses last year, and I think we still on the verge of having like 30 losses too.
Hell, really, them niggas got a better record than y'all now.
I mean, exactly. But either way, you still don't believe that Boston gonna beat us in a 7-game series in the playoffs right now, right?
Nope.
Exactly. Like that shit don't fucking matter.
I only say that because they don't got Jason Tatum.
Hell, y'all lost. I mean, well, right now y'all ain't got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Who's to say y'all don't go on a crazy losing streak right now? I'm not saying y'all are, but I'm just saying, who's to say y'all don't go on a losing streak and the next thing you know, San Antonio fuck around and get the #1 spot?
I honestly think that's going to happen.
Huh?
I think we're going to lose that first spot to San Antonio.
I mean, hey, if you believe that, that's what I'm. I mean, like I said, I think that only because like Shea is out right now. If he's in, then I wouldn't believe that, to be honest with you. But right now, since he's out, I believe it's a lot of teams that can still get a good win off of y'all. I gotta check. Matter of fact, yeah, I gotta check and see who y'all played in. the
Well,
next
if
few games.
Breezy was here, I would discuss this Cleveland Cavs matchup we got coming up soon, even though we still kind of injured type shit. But yeah, I know we got like a crazy East Coast gauntlet. So we finna play Detroit twice. We finna play the Cavs twice, I think. We finna play a whole bunch of Eastern Conference team, Boston, all that. So we on our East Coast trip. It's very difficult. So that's really why I believe like we probably go drop some games. San Antonio, they on too good of a trajectory to like. I can't see them losing any type of games because they don't even be playing some of their best games and they still fuck around win a game by 20 something. So you
Yeah,
know,
Wemby looked like he pissed off. He ain't win All-Star MVP. Like,
yeah, type shit. I like to see a little. I mean, well, he had a damn good game. Who the fuck did they play? Was it Jack? It wasn't Utah. It was the Suns. The Suns.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they was looking. He was looking decent, but
Shit, he had a poster on Mark Williams and who else was it? It was somebody else too. But
was
yeah,
it
he had a
Devin?
two.
I already said
Yeah,
Devin Booker. I don't think it was Devin Booker.
but he had a poster on him though.
I would just like to see. I honestly, I just want to see maybe not perfect Wimby because we're a ways from that. We're probably like 2 3 years away from perfect Wimby, 99 Wimby, damn near 100. But I just want to see him play
That's who
consistently,
he is.
no drop offs, no type of you know minutes restrictions or anything. And he has been playing like that. But I want to see it upped. Like I want to see this nigga play. Now, if he don't got to, he don't got to. But I want to see like 35 minutes out of Wemby for like a 7 game stretch and just see him like dominate to the point where there's no going back. Like
I
I
mean,
want to
but
see him. I want
I
to see
think that's
him.
what
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that's where they is where they what they starting to do though. Like I'll look just to fact check, but it might be the fact that they might have like lowered his minutes more, just so then he's not prone to get that injury or anything. So they know they can actually handle what they have right now in the regular season. It's just that I feel like they'll have him play a little bit more hard or longer minutes basically in the playoffs. Like he might have long minutes in some games or in the next probably like in at least like 10 games out of the remaining games that's left. But I feel like he's just gonna be more on like a minutes restriction right now, just so then he's not like just to get that prone to injury part. Because that nigga tall as shit, bro. Anybody can just basically run into him and he just damn near like fall apart.
True. I do think that's true. When you 7'4", 7'5", you're just accessible to so many injuries due to your height. So yeah, I mean that's definitely fair and smart. But I just feel like to win a championship, it's basically damn all that. So when he gets to that point where he can't revert to like playing less minutes and everything's relied on him to be on the court, I just want to see how he handled that pressure. And don't get me wrong, he's well equipped than most players in the NBA history to deal with that type of pressure. But basketball is basketball. Like Wemby can't just out talent himself to a championship. It has to be some things that he's going to have to fight through. Whether it's little nagging injuries or a little fatigue here and there, maybe getting a little, out physical in the post or by a big man, not getting certain foul calls or whatever. Like, I just want to see him go through like real adversity. Like, that's all I want to
Yeah.
see. And it's not me questioning his talent. I just want to see him in the biggest of lights, the biggest of stages.
But I mean, Devon had it right too though, because to be honest, if that nigga don't be able to make like an All NBA this year, then I mean that center position is kind of like weak for like the. Well, I mean it's all right for the first maybe, but then when you look at like the second team maybe, then you kind of like questioning like who is it? Because
I
I don't think
mean,
Jokic is. Well, matter of fact, I think Jokic is still qualified. I don't know.
yeah, I think if he missed 2 more games, 1 more game, he gonna qualify.
Yeah,
And he thugging it, so he look like he gonna reach that mark.
I mean he is a durable player though, so I don't really see him missing it to be honest. That injury that he had, that was kind of like I ain't gonna lie to you. That was like the first injury that I ever saw that ever happened to him. To be honest,
Yep.
I might be casual on that, but other than that, I thought he always played like a whole 82 like games. To be honest,
Shoot. And then the injury was it even on his own whim. So it was like, you know, that's not an injury you could tally like, oh, that was something that was unavoidable. No, it was completely avoidable. He just it was just a casualty in the war.
yeah. And I mean, he's not athletic, so that's kind of the reason why he's like a durable player too. Though, like
Excellent point.
you're not seeing him like jump all over the place and shit like that. Like even when he is defending somebody, he's just mostly just like standing his ground or whatever. Like
Yep.
so, it's like the only way how he can get injured is if you kind of like just a casualty kind of like fall or some shit like that,
I
or
do
he just
think I do think one injury, and this is down the line, way down the line when he start to get old, because he is 31 now. So he is kind of getting up there. But
yeah
I think one thing that might either slow him down or he might get an injury is his ability to get a rebound and go on a break just instantaneously. I feel like,
yeah
yeah, because that's adding a lot to your lower body. And, for a guy that's 290, 300 something pounds, 6'11, you doing all that moving is only so much time that you got before you start to like really be like, ah, shit, I don't really feel like moving today. Like, and you will hope that he doesn't press through anything and then fuck around and have like, a lower extremity injury. But, and I hope that's not the case. He is a special player. So, this is the shit that he does. So it ain't nothing but a walk in the park for him. But, you know, I just think, because you're not so used to seeing big men run the break like Jokic does. I don't think people really understand how much Jokic runs the break when he gets a rebound. Like he is literally a point guard. So, you know, you're doing all that most of your life. Yeah, you're built for it. You're conditioning yourself for it. But I just think with his build, it's not sustainable for him to be 35, 36-year old running the break off a rebound at top speed. Like for one, it's not gonna work the same. And then two, it's like, yeah, you kind of setting yourself up for like extra fatigue and extra like nagging injuries that could turn to a big injury. So that'd probably be my only thing for Nikola Jokic. But for the most part, yeah, he's been a fucking Iron Man. I know he missed a couple games. I don't think he got no 82s. He probably got a couple 82s, but I think he sat out a couple good games here and there. But so he probably got like mostly 80s. Like, I only say that because I would think we'll hear his name mentioned a little more with Mikal Bridges. Like Mikal Bridges, he is the motherfucking epitome of Iron Man right now. Like
yeah.
I remember it was Klay Thompson and Russell Westbrook. I remember they ain't missing there one game.
Uh, bro. I mean, it was somebody else they had that said it was one of the most durable players too. Shit, Harden could have
Right.
been one of them for real, but he just be having too many complications. Like,
Yeah, shit. He a little unreliable, but he is pretty durable too. I can't really think of a player outside of that that's been like just completely durable.
has
And
Vucevic ever really been out like that?
Vucevic might be a good one. I don't think he really ever been out. He's been pretty much available all his career, I think.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he. I think he missed probably like a few games or so at times. Like, but other than that, he's. I mostly see him play. To be honest, yeah.
What about DeMar?
I think it was a season though that he did have like a on and off. But yeah, he is a durable player too though. You don't really see him having too many nagging injuries, and then especially with what they got going on now, and they shut down Zach LaVine already, and Demontis Sabonis, like that man.
And DeAndre Hunter.
Geez. Damn, that nigga only got poked in the eye.
Hey, that nigga
Well,
said shit. I was already sore for this shit I'm seeing.
man, that was his first game, and this nigga barely even played, bro. Like that shit is crazy. This nigga got ended up getting poked in the eye by I forgot who it was, but and then his eye just started like bleeding, like so I don't know. Yeah, he probably just that's I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, sit the fuck out. Shit. Yeah, free my nigga Russ. We can wait till a year though. Nah, free my nigga Russ, bro. Nah, shit starting to fall off the cliff for real, for real. Like Sacramento finna be the worst team. They already are the worst team, but they finna be like clearly the worst team. Like
I don't know
that shit
why
crazy.
nobody. I don't know why nobody is really trying to have that discussion as far as like just buy out Russell's contract and then put him on a contender. Like I don't understand why none of these teams are just kind of reaching out, just like saying like, "Hey, buy him out," and then we'll pick him up. Like we know y'all already trying to tank, so you might as well just go ahead and get rid of Russ.
I feel like all these teams are so solidified that they're kind of probably off of it. I think I would think one team would be the Phoenix Suns, maybe the Houston Rockets, but KD and Russ. But even
That
then,
just
like
happened. That needs to happen. I'm sorry. Fuck whatever happened back then. Like now, y'all need to just sit there and just say fuck it. We might as well just try to team up again. If y'all saying y'all cleared y'all beef, like y'all might as well just sit there and say like, all right, we could try this one more time. Like so, meet up in Houston. Like I mean, you might as well. You will be the like number like 3 option on that team probably. At least number 3, number 4 option probably at least on that team. Which I feel like Russ can actually still fulfill that part.
it depends if a man Thompson is struggling type shit, or really Jabari Smith. I think Jabari Smith would be the one. Like if he's really struggling, then Russ would probably take over that fourth spot because it's KD, Sengun, Amen Thompson, then Jabari Smith. Then it's just up from there. But yeah, I can see that. I can see if Russ was to join the Rockets, I think he'll come off the bench, but I think he'll average like probably average like 11, 12 points at most.
True. I mean, then that's really all you need, though. We don't need prime Russell Westbrook. We just need the glue guy. Well, not we, but any other team. I feel like just need that glue guy, and that would be Rush right now. He
Like
gonna
I
get you the
feel,
points.
uh-huh.
I was gonna say he can get you points. He can either get you the rebounds or he can actually get you the assists too.
And he's shooting a career high from three.
Yeah,
But
and
that's with Sacramento.
I feel like being with Ime though, Ime gonna get him right though. Like he's not gonna have him like taking some wild shots or whatever though.
Yeah. Can we
He be
dispel
ready.
that he doesn't take wild shots no more? Can we just dispel that part? We ain't gonna just say all these shots Russell Westbrook taking a wild.
I mean, in Sacramento, he has to though.
Not really. I don't even think he be taking wild shots in Sacramento.
A lot, but it'll be times where he still take like a wild shot, but that's anybody.
That is anybody. That's what I'm saying. Like we need to start dispelling some of this play style Russell Westbrook. Because at the same time, I'm seeing him getting Maxi Renard. He making Maxi Renard look like what we was talking about before the draft. I don't know if niggas remember us talking about him when he was playing at Stanford, being one of those 7-footers that could shoot the ball and all that. He ain't really doing that with the Kings, but he's been hella productive playing alongside Russell Westbrook. I'm talking about getting double doubles, high points, and stuff like that. Precious Achua has been balling with Russ. Drew Ebanks before he got hurt, he was hooping. So, like, I don't know, man. I mean, who's to say Russell Westbrook ain't thugging it out with this team? Because I think through some of his stories with these last 3 teams that he played with, well, from the Lakers to you can even say Denver. I mean, Denver, he had his best showing, but I just think some of these teams, some of these franchises, they will want him for the moment, but then in the next, blink of an eye, yeah, we ain't really fucking with you like that. So I think if Sacramento is granting him some stability throughout the year, then I think he might just try to, get some reps in and wait to the offseason and try to pick from there. But, I think Russ might be content with being with the Kings in the sense that he could just play basketball freely type shit. Or, he might not be fucking with the fact that, yeah, Ime Udoka might not fuck with me. David Adelman might not fuck with me. Or whoever else. Whoever else is a high prolific coach that's trying to establish culture type shit. So I mean it could be a plethora of things, but me personally, I don't mind because my boy coming back to OKC next year. So I mean, we just waiting on that. He really could come this year. But I like how Nikola Topic been looking. I ain't gonna lie. And of course, you know, the other sassy assassin, Jared McCain, that boy getting comfortable now. Dropped 22 against the Nets. Now it's just the Nets. But hell, we need all we can get with no Shea. It's gonna be
That's gonna
Shea
be
and
alright though. When I think about it, like you brought up Nikola topic though, like that's gonna be alright that he actually gets like some burn now with that. Cause shit, he was playing like a few G League games, and I mean that's a hell of a lot if he can actually now already play like a second option base. I mean not a second option, but a second point guard option basically.
yeah. And I love his play style because it's what we need. Like I remember, was it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. Yeah, I think it was the year before. But we had Mislav Micic. He
Yeah,
you know Micic. He played point guard for the Serbian team. We had him for a little bit, then we traded him to the Hornets. I wish we never traded him because that was like a dumbass trade for Gordon Hayward, and we seen how that went. But the thing that I loved what he presented for our team is that he played like a pure point guard. Like he will have the ball in pick and roll situations and make the right play every time. And I think that just made us an honest team off the bench, or even he'll play with Shea a little bit sometimes. I think when you have a facilitating true point guard on our team, it can give us some more easier looks. Like Casey Wallace, he can be a point guard, but he's not of that ilk. Like I don't think he can be a full time point guard or even what the fuck? Oh my bad. But yeah, I don't even think he can be a 5 assist a game type guard with Shea being out. I don't think the same even for Jerry McCain or definitely not Isaiah Joe. And all of them are hooping in a sense. You can throw Caruso in there. Um, and that's probably it. But none of these guys can really like play make. Like now I feel better if we had AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell was playmaking like a motherfucker, scoring and facilitating. But with Nikola Topic, he's just so patient in his offense. I think he really makes the right play every damn time. He's not afraid to score. He had some good tough buckets, had a good little mid range, a good little fillet with the left hand contact. So and even defensively, he's not a liability in a sense. Like he can always get better, and he is playing against some good defenders. He's playing with some good defenders, but he's been holding his own. So I'm not putting like a lot of stock on it, but it's just that play style. I think it could generate some good offense for us, man. Like I think for the guys that's trying to play make, you don't gotta ask them to do too much. They could just go back to their little regular role. And yeah, like if we were able to get Russell Westbrook, I don't know because it's kind of late in the year. You got to kind of integrate Russell Westbrook to this style. Like this is a different type of play style in OKC, but it does fit his style. Like we're a drive and kick team. Like, and he is one of the best drive and kick guards to this day. And if that corner three still splacking, hell, three overall. My boy hitting pull up threes, logo threes. Not every game, but it was a moment like what? It was a month ago. Yeah, the last January to February, my boy was shooting 40% from three, or at least he was shooting like it. So yeah, if we're able to get that Russell Westbrook, whoo, oh my god, and shit, we can rest shape for the rest of the regular season if Russ, not the rest of the regular season, but until he is reaching that ineligible mark, I think Russell Westbrook would be a nice spark plug for us. The only thing I would say is it ain't enough time on this team for him to even really be that. Like Jerry McCain, he has earned his minutes. Isaiah Joe has earned his minutes. You're not going to bench Caruso. You're not going to bench Queso. Like none of these niggas is losing their time. The only person I would say will probably lose his time is Aaron Wiggins. That's probably the only person. And even then, I think if you got all those guards, you wouldn't try to like switch out of Aaron Wiggins because he's more of a forward. So he can probably, do more forward things versus a guard. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think he go join, but when he does, I think he will add a great spark plug to this team. And I only say next year because our three stars are going to get paid over 200 million. I think they all start over 40 million a year, 50 million, something like that. So yeah, we will have some roster spots cut. I don't even think Jerry McCain will be here next year. Nah, I think he stay. I think he stay. At least for a good year. But yeah.
Yeah, man. But shit, my phone about to die, man. This shit not gonna charge while I'm in this damn car and on Zoom for some reason.
Already, Brody. Well, shit, man. I really just wanted to tell you that Cade owns the New York Knicks. He owns Spike Lee. He owns you. He owns everything in New York to further notice. Now, if y'all beat the nigga in the playoffs, then y'all do that. But y'all need to earn y'all claim now. I don't give a fuck. 4-0.
I gotta earn. Anybody gotta earn shit. Make sure Wemby don't haunt you tonight. Put it like that.
Shit, nigga, who he playing?
I'm saying just make sure he don't haunt you in your dreams tonight of him beating y'all in the playoffs.
Man, that nigga need to catch up. One good year don't make him all that now. Catch the fuck up.
All right, we
Motherfucker,
gonna.
motherfucker couldn't even get a win against Team Stripes and Team USA.
That's bull. All right, bro.
Yeah, you
I
say
ain't
it's
even gonna get on
bullshit, nigga.
that.
Hey, you 0-4 in this international shit, bro. You be caping for these fucking foreigners, and they lose every fucking time, nigga. So yeah, you stay on that side, motherfucker. We got the World Cup
Them,
coming up this summer.
what,
Oh yeah, I think you broke up, nigga.
the top five players in the league didn't want to play. I mean, the top two players that are at least like top five in the league did not want to play. Like they wasn't playing serious. You don't think
Oh, they
Luca
wasn't
or
playing
Jokic?
serious, nigga. Y'all was gonna take the L regardless, bro.
Oh my god! All right, bro.
They
All
weren't playing
right.
serious. Jokic, and fucking Doncic was not playing serious, bro. That was it for y'all there.
That's what I'm saying. They wasn't even playing serious. If they
So
was
y'all
playing
was
serious,
hit.
you don't exactly. We was hit. You don't think if they was playing
Stop caping
serious,
for these
they
niggas.
would have got their ass whooped
Stop caping for these niggas, bro.
for them.
Stop caping for these niggas, bro. Come back
Can't
home,
nobody
bro.
care. It's the
Come
fact
back
that y'all
home,
trying to
bro.
bring up a. It's the fact that y'all trying to bring up a casual case of this. Like this is casual. Like,
Casual
bro, we
case is
already know what.
another case, my nigga. It's another
No,
case, my nigga.
no, it is
Hey, I got
casual.
I got about
It is
I got
casual.
about 7 golds over here, my boy. I got
It
about
is.
7 gold medals over here, my boy.
It is casual.
As casual, nigga, get a win against Team USA for once. Stay on that
Oh, it's
side,
going.
nigga.
Oh, it's going to happen in the next couple of years. What we got? At least one or two more. One. What? Yeah, we got at least 2 more years. So we almost there.
And we got the World Cup. But I know he gonna duck that fade.
All
He gonna
right,
duck
bro.
that fade because he definitely would have got served by Cooper Flag and Cade Cunningham and Chet Holmgren.
Yeah,
ah!
Yeah, we yeah, we definitely I definitely hope to see that. So I already know what they're gonna do. They definitely gonna sit there and put Chad in Team USA for sure.
Yep.
As we can see. But that is where all right, I ain't even gonna say it, bro. All right, I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
holler
you
at
can
you,
get
bro.
to that. That's cool, but just know Scotty Barnes gonna be there too.
Bro,
And we seen how that went.
that ain't enough.
Shit, Jay Duran.
Not enough.
Who else? Who else played in the game? Jay Duran, Chet Holmgren. I'm trying to think for the Stars team. It was another big man that played who was doing decent too. Yeah, all right. You can think all that shit sweet, nigga.
I cannot
All
wait.
right.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. Because do you not see all the Frenchmen that are playing right now too in the league? Like, come on
Yeah,
now.
niggas. Alex Sarr is the only one that's impressed me. The only one, nigga. Go ahead and name who else. Oh, and Rudy. And Rudy. I'll say Rudy, but that's 2 years from now. They don't even play Rudy. Yeah, what the fuck Zachary Rochechet been doing?
Matter of fact, ain't hold on, let me look. Ain't Dilwar French?
Yep.
Yup. You got
Yep.
Dilwar who's French as
Yep.
well.
They can say DOR. Ooh, I am shaking.
I mean, I'm just trying to name some people. That was
Keep,
just like I'm
go
sorry, the
ahead.
first
Keep
one
it
that came
plenty
to my
of them.
head.
Y'all got about 3 Frenchmen.
Bruh, that shit gonna be wild. Like, what do you mean?
All right. You think it's gonna be wild, but them boys still wet behind the ears, so
See, this is what they mean by goddamn some shit is just basically because of like the paycheck basically like you're not gonna have a nigga that is only making bread like G League type of bread or some shit like that, and then he come in and start over somebody that you paying over 100 mil basically, like even if he is like better than him basically, like
and who is this
and that
referring
shit,
to?
huh? No,
Who's
I'm
this
just
referring
saying,
to?
no, they ain't referring to nothing. I'm just saying. I mean, it's basically just saying, bro. I feel like at times, you see that player in the gym that's better than that person, so when that game happens, bro, it's only because like that nigga makes the pay. That nigga makes more than him, basically. Like,
Type shit. Kind of like Cooper Flag and AD.
yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty much just saying like you may see like a couple of the Frenchmen that don't really like start or really don't get like the ball or some shit like that, like Diawara. Like I'm saying, you might see them play different as far as like in overseas or some shit, just because they got a set option with them. Like shit, Rudy probably might not. Well, he probably gonna be on there, but he probably might not get as much burn. You probably might have Diawara and Wemby mostly playing together, or at least like starting together.
I think it's gonna be him with Alex Sarr.
Oh damn, yeah. Now I'm tripping. Yeah, and you got Alex R. Like what the fuck?
Got Bilal.
They gonna be heavy. They gonna have a heavy rotation, to be honest with you, from NBA players if they play like.
Yeah. Them niggas not fucking with us. The
And
end.
just like Canada too. Canada can still make it as well too, especially if they
Yep.
can have Zach Edey play.
Yep. I agree with that.
So y'all have people that can actually whoop the fuck out of y'all. So y'all, like I said, be humble that y'all got y'all wins now.
I ain't
But I'm
being humble
telling you
for
now,
shit, nigga. What the fuck you mean? I seen Steph Curry drop y'all niggas off. What? I'll
like I
never see
said,
that again. Fuck
like I
being humble,
said, be
nigga.
humble that
Fuck
y'all got
being humble,
those.
nigga. Stay over there with
But
that silver, nigga. We got big
in the
goals over here, nigga. Fuck you
in
mean
the
be
future,
humble, nigga.
in the
This shit
future, it's
reside
going.
here, nigga.
In the future, it's a different story. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
different story.
they've been telling me that for 10 years, buddy.
All right,
Shit, they've been telling me that for 15 years. All I seen is gold.
that's because you got LeBron James in the league that was the face of the NBA.
Okay, LeBron ain't playing all of them though. LeBron only played in 2 Olympics, 3 Olympics, 3 Olympics.
Yeah, that was most of them, just about.
Well, technically he played 4. No, it won't most. He missed
Yeah,
2004.
he probably played. Yeah, I think he did play about like four of them for real, bro. I mean, this
Yeah,
nigga
because in
has,
oh 04.
bro. He played in all of the Olympics that came about, bro. Maybe not, of course,
No, he
the
hasn't, bro.
bro.
He did not play in Rio, and he didn't play in Japan. Those were 2 big gold medals. That was KD. That's why KD is Mr. America, not LeBron.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I do remember that because then it was that time where it was just Melo who took him there, and then it was KD that did it. Yeah.
Yeah, KD, boy. KD versus Ricky Rubio. Oh my God. Only real ball knowers know that. Only real ballers know about that duel, bro. You had to be up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning to catch that shit. And oh my God, Ricky Rubio was going ham. Ham, bacon, bologna.
You would.
Yeah, get your casual ass out here. Like Denaz Jenkins said, get your ass out of here. Fucking New York Smicks.
It's all right. Like I said, when when Wimby and them come to town and put y'all on y'all ass, I don't want
I
to hear
forgot.
all
We
this.
can fucking alternate. Like this is insane.
Yep.
At least stay with your team that I'm talking about, nigga.
I'm like I said, I'm already hoping for it. Knicks and Spurs in the finals. Already
That's some
hoping for it.
bullshit. Y'all hear that
Knicks,
shit, chat? This nigga gonna wear two jerseys tied together if they make it to the finals. That shit crazy, chat. He gonna have a Knicks
yep,
hat and a Spurs jersey.
because I am a fan.
Now you more than a fan, you a groupie.
I am a fan.
You
However
gonna
you
have a
want to call it.
groupie.
However you call it. I am a fan. Fan of the game, and I like teams that I like. If I wanted to add
He a
a
fan,
third
he a
team,
fan, he a fan.
if I wanted to add a third team, I can do that.
Bro, that's diabolical, bro. That's diabolical, bro.
I, people think the fuck.
That's diabolical, bro.
If I could sit there, if I want to sit there and say, I don't know who said it, but somebody said I was a Lakers fan or a Heat fan, and I was like, man, hell no, I was never a Heat fan. I said that's what drove me to New York.
So you did even like fuck with the fact that they were like making championship runs?
I mean, I was just happy that LeBron won championships. That was it. But that wasn't my team, though. I mean, when they got to the finals, I was hoping that they would win, of course.
I feel you.
But
Cause
I
I low
mean, as
key
far as
go ahead.
you look, you what?
I would say I low key was a Cavs fan when they had their runs, bro. I low key was, bro. Same time though, we was prime OKC type shit, so it was kind of conflicting. I ain't even gonna lie, but that's because of J.R. Smith, of course. But that's J.R. Smith though. Like that's a fucking role player, so I can fucking do that.
Yeah, all right,
What you
all
mean? All
right,
right, nigga, that's my favorite player.
nigga. I already know.
All right, so it ain't no all right, nigga. He could play for the fucking Sacramento Kings. I would have still just like Russ. Like I still do support the Sacramento Kings. I am feeling the sadness of all these L's. We have not light the beam in quite a while.
So you were supporting J.R. for the Lakers, man?
You said I was supporting Russ with the Lakers?
No, I said you were supporting J.R. when he was
JR?
with the Lakers.
Hell yeah. Yeah. My nigga got 2 rings. I still think it's a Mickey Mouse
oh,
championship, but
okay. I was about to say. That's why I
but I
wanted to
never
catch you
but
real
I
quick.
don't think that's a bad thing. I don't
That's
I
why I
don't think
wanted.
it's a
Uh huh.
I think the only reason I say that is because LeBron and AD benefited from the rest. Other than that, it still was a hard championship to get.
Uh huh. I was about to say though, because if somebody say, "Oh, well, my favorite player was such and such," and I bring up, "All right, well, what about this championship?" and it was that Mickey Mouse ring,
Yeah,
then
it
I'll
was
be
still
like,
a
"Oh,
ring.
okay."
It's still a championship. He's a champion. Anthony
Matter
Davis
of
is
fact,
Hall of Famer because of that ring.
I can't wait. I can't wait until I hear somebody say Anthony. Well, I ain't never hear that shit. Matter of
Yeah,
fact.
you'll never hear nobody discredit Anthony Davis because he was hitting fucking game winners. Like what?
No, 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 no. I wasn't talking.
Against
Nigga,
Jokic.
who said? Nigga, who saying discrediting? I was saying you would never hear anybody. I don't think you would really hear. I never heard anybody sit there and say Anthony Davis is my favorite player. That's what I'm saying.
Uh, I'm pretty sure there's some ADers out there.
I mean, he probably do have some favorite. Well, people that say they like that's their favorite and shit. But I'm saying like as a fan, like he's not up there as far as what we say about. I'm not gonna say LeBron. I'm gonna just say like Anthony Edwards or. I mean, at this point, yeah, Shea. Cause I know a lot of kids that really sit there and fuck with Shea. To be honest, though, Giannis.
Yeah.
You can't even say Jokic to be honest because he's. I mean, really, it's just like Denver fans or so, and like
Motherfucker
people who
went
actually,
Africa.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because he doesn't even really care about all that shit anyway, though.
That
Hell, I
motherfucker
think
took a fucking foul bait from the half court line. I was like, wow, like this nigga a bitch. A
hell,
bitch.
I think Jamal Murray got a more of a fan base than him. Like, of course.
Probably do shit. He's more appealing. Shit. Especially after that bubble run. And then you know what
Okay.
really solidified it? When niggas started doing the 3-point arrow jump. Yeah, Jamal Murray
Yeah.
started that way.
No, he did, little Robin Hood ass nigga.
Hey, that's the NBA champion you talking to.
Yeah, well deserved too.
Definitely. This boy was out there putting up historical triple doubles too, along with Jokic.
All right, nigga, I'ma holler at you though.
All right, man. Hopefully y'all niggas beat the Pistons, man. Hopefully.
Man, and
This is sad.
hopefully y'all don't. Well, and I hope y'all take this L to the Spurs in the playoffs, and you don't get too mad about it.
Mm, I'll be all right, because I know that shit ain't gonna happen for real, for real. When
All
we get
right,
to the
we'll see.
playoffs,
We'll see.
we'll be well prepared for all that shit. Yeah, we will definitely have to see about these matchups. Yeah, that's probably it as far as NBA. But other than that, just to finish off, so I can finally watch some of these games. I don't even know who won this Houston Arizona game. And, ooh, Arizona got the dub. There's 10 seconds left. Anything can happen, but Arizona got the dub. I'll fuck around and rewatch the game if I can find it on YouTube or something. But yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and check out some of this college stuff. We'll probably save it for another time. Since we done got this football stuff out the way, we can go all hoops next time. But I do want to see how some of these prospects finish off the season. I know it's a big time game against the number one team in the country, Michigan. They're going to Cameron Doors to play Duke. So we get to see Cam Boozer versus Yaxa Landendorf, and I love to see how that matchup go. Also, Johnson, the big man from Michigan, he's probably going to have the number one assignment against Cam Boozer. And then I think an interesting thing is, you know, Duke has a lot of guards. Well, you got Sar, you got Foster, the other Boozer. The best one that they got is Isaiah Evans. He's been on a nice scoring streak. He's more of a shooter, but he's been getting in his bag throughout this season, really. So um I love to see the matchup with him and I forgot the boy name for Michigan. I think it's Barnett. Could be wrong, could be wrong. But I love to see how Evans do in a secondary role with Cam Boozer. I think Michigan got a good team. They're good defensively. They can move sideline to sideline. So I love to see how they do against this guard depth that Duke got because I don't think they're all that. And I think you can see a big game from a guy like Elliot Cadeau. He's a former North Carolina Tar Heel, so he's very familiar with that Duke atmosphere, and he's been having some great games himself. And I wouldn't be surprised if the young freshman, I forgot the boy name. I think it's McKinney, his last name, but he was a 5 star prospect coming into this season. So this could be one of those games where he kind of have a little nice showing. It always happen like that for some of those young guys. So all in all, I do think that Michigan can actually get the win at Duke. I am kind of favoring them a lot because they have been getting some really good wins. They only took one L this season, and I think it was to Nebraska or Wisconsin, one of them. So, that's like Big Ten shit. But, you know, I think as good as Duke has been playing, I think Cameron Boozer is a little too dependent upon to be great for them to win. And it's not to say that he can't be great, but I think Michigan got some good big man. They got the 7 footer Mazar. I think that's his last name, or how you say it, but he's pretty gritty. He is a physical presence in the paint. So yeah, you got Johnson, Axel, and then Marza or Mara. Yeah, you got some bodies for Cam Boozer, man. So I think they'll be able to play some one-on-one post defense here and there, but they'll be able to clog up the paint and also do enough to stay at the 3 point line and not give up threes. So it's really going to have to be on the guards to step up, like a Sar and um, a Foster. It's their time to shine because they've been okay, but they haven't been, you know, as great as all these other ACC guards. I would mention, if y'all see my background, my boy Juke Harris, for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, my Wake Forest Demon Deacons, he been on the motherfucking tear till today. Played against Virginia Tech and they just blew the fuck out of us. So I ain't gonna have too much shine for my dog, but he is one of the best players in the ACC. So I'm hoping my boy get drafted. I just seen Main uh Adonis Williams for those that don't know. But yeah, Main he had a good game with the Wizards yesterday. So I think it was the day before, but yeah, it was against the Pacers. So we got some Wake Forest Demon Deacons getting into the league. Jake Lavaria, he holding it down at the Lakers. You know, franchise and all that. So still got John Collins and with the Clippers and stuff like that. So we got some Wake Forest Demon Deacons still coming. But that's a whole nother topic. Um, yeah, man. But I'm going with Michigan, man. I'm going with Michigan at Duke. I think they're going to be balanced offensively and defensively. So I'm gonna roll with them, man. But that's a hard axe, man. Getting to win at Duke. But I would not be surprised at all if they pull the upset. Um, got Iowa State versus BYU later on tonight. That's going to be a phenomenal game. Of course, with AJ DeBasa. I love to see if he can still keep on these high performances games. I hope he can still keep that shit going because he dropped 33 against Arizona, and even though they lost, they're kind of shorthanded without Saunders, the coach son Saunders. Richie Saunders, he tore his ACL, so that was like a 18-point score. So obviously, Wright and AJ, they're going to get more touches, so I expect big games for them, win or loss. But definitely for their NBA draft stock, I just love to see them go crazy. Get into their Gucci, Louis, Fendi bag, all of them. So, you know, it's still a lot of conversation of, the first pick. Not too much conversation because it's really just a two-man race with Cameron Boozer and AJ DeVasa. But I still think there's room for someone to go crazy like a Derek Peterson. He's getting a lot of smut thrown on his name. It's funny because he hit a three. I forgot who they played. Oh fuck, I forgot who the fuck they played. Was it No, it wasn't Arizona. It was fuck Oklahoma State. I think he hit a three. Like coach, shit, I'm out. Fuck it. Like it's funny that happened. And then next thing you know, Kawhi Leonard not too long ago, he did the same shit, mid game type shit. Like shit, I can't go. You know how he talk. I can't do it. So I always said that Darren Peterson, he's been getting Kobe comparisons and Damian Lillard comparisons, but I just see like the way he moves, he just strike me as a Kawhi. He would strike me as a young, injury free, injury free San Antonio Spurs Kawhi type shit. Like especially before that big time injury Kawhi got. So I think Darren Peterson could be of that. Like maybe not defensively, but definitely offensively. And you know, 6'6", he's pretty brute, but he got the finesse to score. Crazy ass jump shot, crazy elevation, and he does it on his own terms. So it's a bad motherfucker, man. But you got to get right in the mental side. So um, they actually did play earlier. I believe that they took a L. They might have won. I think they took a L. I'm gonna have to go back on that because I think somebody from the other team had a big time win. I don't even remember who they played. But yeah, if he could have a late run, especially in a tournament, he could definitely bring his stock back up and make it a conversation. Because some mock draft still got him number one. So yeah, but I still just I've seen more from AJ and Cam Boozer, obviously, but even potential wise, because I think that's the hype about Darren Peterson is just like he probably has the highest ceiling, but it's like why does he have the highest ceiling versus Cam Boozer and AJ DeBosa? Like, because AJ remind me of T Mac, like easily T Mac. But I could take it a step further and say he could be a 6'9" Shea Gilgeous Alexander, possibly 6'11". Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, like damn near KD. And it's hard for me to compare people to KD because KD is so pure of a scorer. I don't think we're going to see. We might, but that's the ilk of a Larry Bird. It's like efficiency when we talk about Kevin Durant, and I don't know if AJ is going to be that efficient of a jump shooter. He definitely could be efficient as a paint presence because the motherfucker can dunk on anything at ease, and he's crafty. You give him one slither of a space, and he can fuck around and dunk that bitch right on you. So I think with that, and if he can just get the consistent jump shooting, because he takes some wild shots, but he looks in control, and then he gets enough elevation to where he can get a shot against the defense, and he don't really see him like that. So I love his potential, to be honest, and I don't see why he can't be the number one pick. Maybe defensively he can be a little better, but I think that comes with time. And as long as you can get some adequate defense along with that superstar offense that's possible, man, we talking about an MVP candidate year in and year out. And depending on the team he go to. And he could go to Indiana Pacers. That would be crazy. But yeah, man. I look at guys like him. I look at Cameron Boozer and how he's been carrying Duke. In my opinion, he's been carrying them boys. Like, and if it's not from just pure stat line dominance, it's from the fact that he's drawing double teams off rip. Like, it only takes two post ups to understand that you're gonna have to do a little more to guard Cam Boozer because he got so many tools in the toolbox. He can drive off the post, get into the middle of the paint, go to that left hand, get a little floater, get a little hook shot. I think he can go right as well. He definitely can go right as well. And if you stop him from going to the middle of the paint, you already know what's coming after that. Drops stiz up, and you know he got that down pat from his pops. So he got the post game on lock. He has an underrated jump shot. He is hitting threes. He's hitting fadeaways. He's hitting mid ranges. That's why I always kind of compared him to a Chris Bosh hybrid of him and you know maybe Carlos Boozer. Sometimes I get Blake Griffin vibes, not because of athleticism, but because of just the stoutness of his frame. Blake Griffin was a unit. He was just 6'8", 6'9". Cameron Boozer is 7'1", probably 6'11", but he's damn near 7 foot. So he's like a big ass tree. Like, and it's hard to move those, man, especially on one-on-ones. You gonna have to double team. The thing that makes him special as well is the mental, the mind, the IQ. He is a great passer for his position, and he's a willing passer. So when those threes are open, he's going to hit them. So I think a lot of these shots that these Duke players are playing or hitting, you know, I think is accredited to Cameron Boozer's paint presence. So and then sneaky as fuck athletic. He's not a sneaky athlete. He's sneaky as fuck. I'm talking about shiesty. Like, he will dunk on your ass and he will get up on your ass. Pause. But he will definitely get a poster. He can get lobs. He can fuck around, get a two-step gather, yam. So I don't see no flaws out of him. I think he's smart defensively, but he is kind of limited. But I think when you get, NBA training involved and get some NBA defensive IQ involved, I think he will be a sound defender. I don't think he's going to be quite like Karl Anthony Towns. I think he'll be a decent big man in the post or in the paint. So, as long as it's honest enough to match that offense, both of these guys with AJ and Cameron Boozer, I just don't see why they can't be the clear cut favorites for the number one pick. It shouldn't even be an entertainment with Darren Peterson no more because of the mental side or the off court issues and stuff like that. But maybe that's where we're at. I don't know. I just seen some mock drafts and I still see Darren Peterson going to the Kings. I'm still like, I guess, but I think Cameron Boozer and AJ DeBosa could be number one. I'll personally go with AJ because I think he's just so multifaceted. Like, he can legitimately one day be your four. He can be your three. He can be your two. He can be your one. And in this age, he might start a game at center. So, I mean, that's just a lot of versatility to pass up on, along with that superstar potential. But I'm interested to see um how that goes out. Another thing though, and I'm gonna just make this claim now. I'm gonna make this claim now. Bold statement, hot take. Maybe not the hottest, but I'm just say this draft coming up, 2026 NBA draft. I'm declaring it as the greatest draft that we're gonna see ever. Not 96, not 83, not 2003, not 2009, which I compared this draft to a little more so. But that's why I'm feeling bold enough to say that this draft is going to be the best draft ever because I think '09 is a top five draft. That's a draft with Steph Curry, James Harden, Blake Griffin, um, DeMar DeRozan. Who else? Some shit point guards: Jeff Teague, Ty Lawson, Kemba Walker. Who else? Nah, not Kemba. Not Kemba. Kemba was not in that. Nope. Kemba was 11, I think. Who else was in that draft, man? It was fucking loaded, bro. Darren Collison, Drew Holiday. Who fucking else? Oh my god, they had so much potential, bro. Some niggas didn't pan out, but that '09, yeah, niggas like Johnny Flynn, he ain't pan out. Ricky Rubio, uh, Tyreek Evans. Was Reek Evans in that draft class? Oh my god, that draft class was fucking loaded. I might be wrong on that one. But yeah, man, historical draft, and I think this draft has the same potential. But the difference is there will be no Hashim to beat at number two. So those first three picks, no one getting robbed out of those first three picks. You're going to get a generational player. That's a lock. I have that much faith in those three prospects that I was just talking about. Despite Darren Peterson's mental issues, I think he will adjust to the NBA, and I think he will be reliable to a greater, a great enough degree. So it's so many for sures in this draft. I'll kind of get into the other guys another time so we can kind of get a little more coverage. I wish I could have caught some games to really get a good hindsight of how these guys are playing. But another bad motherfucker that's gonna be probably a top five player in this draft, that boy Darius Cuff. That boy tough boy. That boy is so tough. Now they did lose to Alabama in a great duel with him and LeBaron Fallon, but shout out to Fallon too. He dropped 35, and I think he should be a first rounder. His sophomore guard, I thought he was a first round potential last year, and he stayed in college, and he's been putting up big time numbers for Alabama. So, shout out to him. He should probably declare. So, I'd love to see how it go for him. But yeah, Darius the Cuff man dropping 49 against Alabama. That was one of those spiritual moments. I think he had 31 a game prior. I can't even remember who they played. Who the fuck did they play? Fuck. Can't remember. It was an SEC team. I don't think it was Tennessee. I think it was fuck. I don't even remember, man. But the boy stat line been crazy, man. And I would say like the standout comparison to me would probably be a point guard version of Brandon Roy. Like 6'5", kind of got like, a nice two guard build. I would say he's probably like 190. So that can definitely frame out to 200, maybe 215 later on in his career in the NBA. He's a hell of a fucking prospect, bro. Like I can't think of one thing he doesn't do really good. Like he can shoot, get into the paint. Probably not super athletic, but he got some good amount of athleticism. Definitely sneaky as fuck. He can get to the paint. He's crafty as a passer. He's a yeah, he's just do it all guard, man. The showing that he had against Arkansas, I mean against Alabama. There's a couple other games I wish I could remember, but you know, boy, I ain't do my homework properly. So I would definitely talk about some more games. But just as far as the stat lines and last game I seen of him, man, he's been a dog. So um yeah, that's probably it on that note. Well, just to shout out the other guards, shout out to Kingston Fleming for Houston. I'm pretty sure he balled out. Um, Probably gonna be another top 10 pick, to be honest. Uh Wagler out of Illinois, he's been a dog too. All three of these guards have dropped 40 or more, so it's just crazy. Even AJ dropped 40. Um, Nate Ament, he's been coming along strong for Tennessee. Been putting up very solid numbers, looking like the best player on that team. Uh, who else? Who else? It's a lot. It's a lot, and it ain't even just freshmen. Um, there's one upperclassman that I think. I mean, Yax will probably go top. He'd probably be a lottery pick, maybe. He got to have bigger offensive games, but I think he got the potential to be a later pick. I mean, not a later pick, but a lottery pick. Um, the Baron, he's going to be a first rounder, and that might be it. To be honest, no, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of upperclassmen that are going to be first rounders. I'm trying to think of like some for sures, but this is a heavy draft class, man, and I don't see no falls, man. I see nothing but superstar potential. Hopefully, it's the right situation because the CBA is kind of influxing the talent in the NBA. So it ain't too many spots where a guy could just come in and be the man. But that remains to be seen, man. It remains to be seen. Uh, Other than that, I am pretty much done with the men's side. I know some games I'm forgetting. I got to see how Connecticut do. I think they play against Villanova. I'm just mad that they sold me playing against who the fuck did they lose to, man? Who the fuck? Sorry ass team on Seton Hall. It won't do Paul. They lost it to a team they had no business fucking losing to. That shit pissed me off. Creighton. Was it Creighton? I don't give a fuck. Fuck. PTSD. Parlay trauma stress disorder. That's what the fuck I'm going through. But yeah, UConn, I guess there's something to watch out for today. Um Pretty much it. I ain't really see all the matchups. I think Oregon and USC are playing. No, I think they played recently. I think Oregon won. Could be wrong. I know USC playing, and I think it got a potential high scoring game. But I can't remember who the opponent is. I know they got spanked by Illinois. I was disappointed in that. But just to end off men's college basketball, I do want to shout out Elijah Arenas. That boy is so motherfucking bad. I'm talking about bad boy. He could be a bad man real soon. He could be a bad man real soon. I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. He's a bad man. Right now, he's that boy. He's that boy. He's that boy. Because as good as he's playing, he still ain't done what his dad has done as far as college. His pops was a cold motherfucker in college too. Now he wasn't super cold. He wasn't cold as his son, but he was cold. He was winning games. USC hasn't been winning too many games. Now Elijah, I think he got like 2 game winners, crazy game winners. So he has been clutch. Maybe USC is just trash. But I still would like to see him get some bigger wins. And I'm only saying that because the talent is just so undeniable. It is crazy. This man, like, I just want to put it in perspective. And these are health concerns, they are health issues. No one's the same when it comes to dealing with health issues. But we're seeing how Bronny came back mid-season, struggled, had some good games, had some decent games. He was going crazy a little bit. But Elijah in the same situation, the boy getting in his bag. The boy getting in his motherfucking bag. And I'm talking about pivot steps. double team, triple team. He's finding a way out of the chaos to call his own shot, fadeaways, contested, and he's hitting. The boy different, man. The boy different. All I wanted to say, stay in college. Do not think about declaring. Get a true year, get your NIL deal money, and just, build upon next year where it's not such a loaded draft. I think he's just prepped to be in a great situation. He can even transfer and go to a powerhouse, probably get a national championship. I would love to see him with a team like UConn. I think he'll be something like oh boy, not Dawkins. Is his name Dawkins? Hawkins, yes. I love to see how he looked. Jordan Hawkins, yeah. Wonder where he's been, man. Shit. Nice prospect, man. I hope he gets some tick somewhere because he damn sure ain't with the Pelicans. But yeah, I can see him being something like that, being something. I even go old school and go Rip Hamilton out of UConn. So yeah, man. Shout out to Elijah Arenas, man. I'm very happy that he's able to come back this season, perform at a high level, and it's great to see him, continuing to live life, man. Crashing in the Tesla, man. That's scary, and then he had an injury on top of that. So it's good to see, man. Shout out to the Arenas family. Shout out to Gil, man, because as a DMVer, even though I'm a RVAer, sometimes they don't like to claim Richmond. It just be Nova VA sometimes. I don't understand that shit. I thought we was at least blood, you know what I'm saying? Just because we second cousins don't mean we ain't blood, nigga. Fucking mean. Like, this shit DMV, nigga. V. Last time I checked, the capital of the V is Richmond. Last time I checked. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, as a DMVer, I have the privilege to watch nothing but free Washington Wizards games. And I've watched Gilbert Arenas fucking light up the fucking league. I even forgot he fucking averaged 30. But I watched him drop buckets against the Jazz. You seen the game winners. You seen the monologues, man. Chicago got it. Everybody got it. Even Cleveland got it a couple times till the playoffs. Now that is when shit started getting bad. But Gilbert Arenas, man, one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever graced the basketball court in his craft and his archetype. He is damn near one of one. I think Damian Lillard has exceeded that, but Gilbert Arenas, he was starting a trend, man. He a trendsetter, man. So I'm glad to see that he's took his expertise and put it towards his child. Elijah is surrounded with nothing but basketball heads as y'all watch Gil's Arenas or Gil's Arena. Great show, great podcast. I even love Gridiron, Arena Gridiron, however it's said. I enjoy all of the underdog productions that's been going on. Great sports media. And just to see Elijah and the company that he's been around with Rashad McCants, Brandon Jennings, Nick Young, these some great basketball players. Like now, great NBA players. I'm not sure about that. I mean, Brandon Jennings was almost an all-star. We shit. I seen that. I was a huge shout out to fucking Brandon Jennings, who was also a part of that '09 draft, by the way. Shout out to motherfucking BJ, bro, because he's trendsetter as well. But yeah, man, like being around all that basketball knowledge, man, he just got a nice upbringing, man. So I'm happy to see all that. That's enough about the men's side. Just a quick shout out for the women's. Uh, what are some notable games? I don't know. You already know what I'm gonna say. Shout out to my UConn Lady Huskies. Again, undefeated. My bad, chat. Shit. Ugh. Man, yeah, getting a little dark. Shit. Yeah, I'm finna catch these games. Goddamn shit. I am done here, but I still do want to say though, shout out to my Yukon Lady Huskies. Undefeated, number one in the nation. I've been hearing some ramblings, a couple blasphemous No, 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 no. She got to get addressed real quick. Let me just address something real quick. I don't want to hear no more about Michaela Blake's being the player of the year or whatever, national player of the year. I don't want to hear that shit. And I love Michaela Blake's. I love Michaela Buckets. She's been going crazy with Vanderbilt. And shout out to Vanderbilt because every time I see him, I love him even more. I love their point guard. She is a dog. She's a freshman, but she is a dog. I fuck with 15 on that team. She a dog too. But let's stop it because Vanderbilt just lost to who? Georgia. They got spanked by Georgia or somebody they got spanked by. Upset it. That don't happen in stores. That don't happen against UConn. So uh Sarah Strong, National Player of the Year. Let's get that straight. Her dominance on both sides of the ball. And don't get me wrong, Michaela Blakes is a great ball thief. She can hold her own. But Sarah Strong is blocking shit. She's stealing shit, controlling the paint, rebounding, mobile, extremely mobile. I mean, I've seen so many guards try Sarah Strong and just get their shit destroyed. Ugh, out of here. You know, she made them faces. Sarah Strong has the best personality faces without saying words, for sure. Because her face says it all. She'll talk. She'll chat a little bit more so with the team, which I love seeing her leadership step up. She still, defers to AZ and stuff like that, but even she'll get on AZ ass a couple times. Like, so I'm just loving how we've been stomping out people. What was our last biggest win? Was it the Tennessee game? I feel like it was another game. We had some good wins. I don't want to talk too much about Big East because that's another thing. I've been hearing some of these SEC fannies talk so highly of the SEC to the point where they feel like they gotta disrespect UConn and ask if UConn was in the SEC, would they be so good? Would they be undefeated? Motherfucking newsflash. Yes, we would be. Because none of y'all motherfuckers is fucking with us. Tennessee was one of the only teams that got a win against us last year. I think they probably was the only team. I think we dropped a good couple games. We dropped one to USC. Juju did put belt to ass on us. Um, did we lose to Notre Dame? I don't think so. But we did took some L's. But we got revenge on Tennessee very handily. I think that was the game where Shotty girl, I forgot her name. I'm gonna just call her ZZ. She had like 9 threes or something like that. That might have been a Big East game, but yeah, just beating the SEC team, just to let y'all know. Just to let y'all know when we do cross these borders. Maybe that wasn't the best word to use. Fuck ice. I would just like to say that. That's probably like a daily shout out. But when we get to these regions, these different parts of the country, and we got to visit folks, or maybe folks even visit us, it's the same old story. Yeah, it might be a good first half because you're only down by 7. But when Gino get on their asses and we come out the second half and realize now we the big dogs, the big huskies, yeah, shit get turned. Shit look a little different. And I think we can all agree that South Carolina is now the best team after they got great wins against LSU and Texas. The best teams in the SEC they've got wins against. So it's fair to say that Don Staley has the best team. Shout out to Don Staley because I got so much love for her. Has the best team in the SEC. And I can only go off of recent matchups. I don't know if we play this season. We might. I don't think so. But just remember, UConn put the Gucci and the Louis belt on South Carolina twice last year. Now, is this team better than last year? Maybe. Maybe. Because Joyce Edwards is a dog. Joyce Edwards has taken that leap to being the clear-cut best player on that team. I love how Raven Johnson has been playing as a purest of point guards that you can find in the country. Sometimes the numbers don't show it, but the way she just orchestrates offensively and defensively, she is she is just a phenomenal IQ player. She's a very intelligent player, and you can understand why that team wins games. And she's even been putting up big scoring numbers, hitting the three ball, running pick and rolls. So I love how Raven Johnson has been looking. I love how the other Johnson has been looking. Tessa Johnson. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this. Is AZ best jump shot, and then there's Tessa Johnson, best jump shot. I love her jump shot. She gives me Clay vibes. She hasn't been consistent this year, but when she's on, she'll give you a 20 burger. So I like how Tessa Johnson has been. Uh, who else? Ladson. Ladson's been killing. She's been having some big time scoring games here and there. Transfer from Florida State. Raven Johnson's best friend. So they've been a pretty good combo guard duo. And yeah, the big men for them. They got that old girl from Italy, the 6'7" girl that can hit threes and dunk. Shit, she go crazy. Shit, we might do got a problem. We might do got a problem. Hey, she go crazy. This team better than last year's South Carolina team. So maybe South Carolina do got something up their sleeve, man. Because Dawn going foreign, man. She going foreign. Now she did get Carmela Cardoso, so she has double and dabble in the foreigners. But she know what she doing, man. Getting a talent like that, man. That's a great get. So I think South Carolina. It's hard for me to say they're better than UCLA. UCLA has just been dog walking any and everything. They're the same way. Like just because they play in a big team, which is a deep fucking conference. Laura Betts, she's been putting up big time numbers. Kiki Rice has taken a step. Kiki Rice is becoming a complete playmaker, defensive player. You got Vasquez and I forgot the other shot. I don't even know how to pronounce her name, like a foreign name, some shit like that. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, UCLA probably the second best team. Honestly, I think Laura Betts is probably the second best prospect. I mean, the second best player in the country. I'll give the nod to Sarah Strong because once again, y'all seen what UConn did against one of these powerhouse teams last year, but that was last year, so he will stick too far in the past. But yeah, I remember them UCLA Bruins got that work too in was it the Final Four at that time? I believe so. Um, yeah, I say UCLA is a for sure a top three team. Where it gets tricky is where do you put the Vanderbilts and the Texas? Where do you put those two teams? Um, I know it's a team. I know it's a couple teams I'm forgetting that's like right there, but I haven't seen the rankings in a while, so I got to catch up a little bit with that. Um, Sneaky team. I think TCU is dangerous. I think I think that team is getting a little better than just relying on Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles has been killing. Like she dropped the 40 burger, she cross shotty up, made her fall to the ground. I'm talking about drop it low, bring it down slow, like on her knees, like and hit the three. So Olivia Miles, if you haven't seen Olivia Miles in Notre Dame, she is the light skinned Chelsea Gray. She's a great scorer, but even better passer. And I think that team has been developing outside of some of that. And maybe they're in a groove because of that, but I think they're adding on to what Olivia is bringing to that team. Donovan Hunter, I believe is her name. She's been playing some good basketball. Every time I see her, she's hitting key threes, key shots. She'll even get a little take to the basket on some fancy shit. I'd be like, oh, like, okay, you ain't just more than, I mean, you ain't just a shooter, like you got a little game. Suarez, number 7. She a dog, low key, man. She's a bucket getter, like well rounded. Like she reminds me of Axel from Michigan. She got that type of game. Um, yeah, they got some other players. They got started from last year. I can't remember her name, but I do remember her playing with Haley Van Lith. And yeah, they got some decent players for TCU. So I think they got some good 3-point shooters. So anytime you have a team that's a decent 3-point shooting team, you can always make a great run. And you know they were in the Elite Eight last year, I believe. So who's to say they can't capitalize off of the run they had last year and parlaying it with Olivia Miles this time? So um yeah, man, I don't want to just keep casually talking and yapping because I would like to bring up some games, but I ain't gonna lie, my brain a little frizz. I am cooked, so I'm finna hit these parlays and see who else is playing because I missed half of every goddamn game. I'm currently missing this early NBA game. I think it's Orlando and Phoenix, something like that. Orlando and Portland, something like that. But I'm gonna tune in with that, man. Check in with these hoops. It is finally hoop season. I'm not worried about no motherfucking sport other than maybe hockey. I am liking how hockey is building up. Shout out to this epic Team USA versus Team Canada game coming on. It's going to be super epic, like super fucking epic. Team USA just came off a big win against Switzerland, I believe, and then Team Canada barely got by against. Fuck, I can't even remember the team, but they had a late rally. Um, I watched one game. I think it was Canada versus France. I think it was Canada versus France. And when I said they were dog walking these niggas off rip, Connor McDavid, go. Get your ass out of here. I missed a couple other goals that they had. Um, but the one that I seen is when Macklin Celebrini, Macklin Celebrini, young bull, bad motherfucker. Who they play for? I think he played for the Sharks. I forgot what the state is, the location. I know the motherfucker played for the Sharks. That motherfucker is a shark in the motherfucking ice rink. So he had a nice little penalty shot or free shot or whatever, crossed up the goalie and shit, and just fried his ass. And then like literally a minute later, Sidney Crosby comes in, boom, gets another goal. So I mean, or a goal. So yeah, man, hockey's been decent. I watched like probably 2 games, 3 games. And when you kind of get into the riff and the raft, it ain't that bad. So I fuck with it. I like the technique and emotions of crossing people up to get a score, and you know, it's been interesting. Oh my freaking god! I got to check out soccer too now. Mabib, how do you say it? Mabib or Mabib? Mabib. It was Mabib. Killian Mabib. Yeah. Uh, Real Madrid played earlier. Man down. Down. I'm ready to end this shit game. I'm way too deep. But yeah, pause if you. But watching Lionel Messi, watching Kylian Mbappe with Real Madrid and some of them other international games, and I was watching Lionel Messi. They ready to start back up in the American League, I guess. With what Miami International Miami or something. They won a championship. I guess last season or the last appearance. That was a hell of a game. So I've been watching some of these soccer games, man, and I ain't gonna lie, I just enjoy saying "go." That's like one of my favorite things, especially when they hit on the parlay. So yeah, like it's. I'm trying to get my feet wet with some of these other sports, man. You can't be a one trick pony all your life. So for anyone that's out there that perceives or receives this message, you can definitely school your boy on some of this baseball, soccer, hockey, all these other sports type shit. NBA, you ain't fucking with me. Maybe NFL. Maybe NFL. I ain't start watching NFL full time to like 2024 type shit. Well, that's where I claim my team. I really can't. think of nothing past the Tom Brady uh Tuck game. So you might can school me on some old school, 90s Cowboys bullshit, Denver Broncos, San Francisco 49ers runs and stuff like that. Yeah, you might can catch me with that. You might can tell me how Barry Sanders was just one of the greatest of all time and none of these new niggas fucking with him. And I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't even debate you with that. I actually leave that one alone. But all I'm saying is you only go get so far. I got some shit up my sleeve and I watch these games too. Now I would just like to say I ain't play football, so I ain't never even fuck with football for real, for real. The only time I played football is when it was too late, way too late. When I realized I actually had potential, but I was raised up on nothing. Niggas won't even, bro. I'm the only nigga. Well, I used to be. Now I got my young nephews. Shout out to them. I would definitely spotlight and highlight them on another time, cause them boys, they on the way, man. On the way, man. Got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. They're definitely on the way. Boy, 6'4", 6'7". So maybe 6'5". But so these little niggas start hooping. I was the only nigga that was into sports in my family. Yeah, casual watches here and there. My grandpa watched plenty of sports here and there. But he's more of a tennis enthusiast. My older brother, he likes certain sports, but niggas ain't enshrined me into this shit. I had to go around a couple neighborhoods to get into this sports shit. Like, and it was shit. It was a lonely path. A lonely path. By the grace of God, I caught some of these games without cable. Because otherwise, shit, I would have been hit. Like, I do remember the Lakers on NBC against the 49 the 76ers. That's probably it for real for real. That's probably the only maybe a couple Detroit Pistons game. But that was before they were the Detroit Pistons. That was like right when they got ripped. Like before they even got, was it Big Ben? Big Ben came around 2003. For some of y'all that don't remember, Ben Wallace was catching his groove with the Magic before he got to the Pistons. So he ain't win a defensive player of the year there, but he was kind of like, oh, this nigga is. I see why this 6'9" motherfucker is man in the paint. But yeah, man. I know y'all hear this lighter flicking. I can't find my other lighter. Find my full lighter, man. It keeps me warm. I ain't fucking done. Tune in next time. He done got laid on the nigga. I'm tired of yapping. I had a lot to talk about because we done missed last week. We will get back to this music shit. Again, the cold shit still going strong. I'm warming up to this Baby Keem. I'm warming up, very warmed up to this Larry and Spitta. Um, Another album I'm fuck with is the Brent Fires Jump. He dropped a project, so I definitely gotta fuck with that. Um, Still rocking with this ASAP Rocky album is actually very solid. Currency first project he dropped earlier. People been getting on the Baby album. I don't know, he got two bangers, bro. That Marinate song, bro. Listen to Marinating and tell me that song ain't a fucking hit. It's just not classic Baby shit. But yeah, man, we will get back to this music shit, man. Let some of these rotations marinate. No pun intended. I guess I say that because I just said it. But yeah, man, waiting on this Ice Man. Who knows when that's coming out? Um, I will say this on that one song on Baby Keem jump with Kendrick, and that might have been the assest shit Kendrick has done up to date. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I just got to be in the mood. But it was kind of like it's killing my mood. Okay, I was hoping it would be some hillbillies, and it kind of was. It was some Drake shots. Well, I don't even think that was the song. He had a song where Baby Keem was doing some shots at Drake. But that's when I hear Kendrick and Baby Keem, that's all I want to hear, bro. I want to hear that hillbillies. I want to hear that family ties. I want to hear, you know, that shit. N95. Like, like I really need an album of that, to be honest. So hopefully that's in the works next. Honestly, I think that would be a great idea for Baby Keem and Kendrick to drop a collab album later on in the year, like towards the end, because he's just going to eat off this Grammys and this features and all this aura that he's been acclaiming. So I'm excited to see the big three back in the fold, maybe the big four, because Future dropping too. So it's look, I'm gonna stand on business with my claim that 2025 was not a bad year in hip hop. It was actually very underrated. I think it's going to be one of those years that you're going to go back and look and be like, wow, like, dang, I did fuck with that heavy. Like that's crazy that this shit ain't do numbers like that. Like, I'm telling you, like, I promise you, 2025, you're going to have five favorite albums that you're going to be like, why did I neglect this? But 2026, I will say, is going to one up it because when you got the big four back in the mix, I think they can make up for the whole year. To be honest, especially if they drop more than one project, drop some fire ass features. So I definitely expect that from Future. I definitely expect that from Drake a little bit. Maybe not on the Future side, but I think when he finally come out the woodworks, then he here to stay type shit. And I think Cole and Drake could fuck around and bring the boogeyman back out. That is it. I am done. Tune in next time. Peace and blessings. And I do just want to say, fuck the streets. Stop the senseless violence. We just had a mass shooting in our backyard in Richmond, Virginia, in Carytown. I don't know how nationally publicized this is, but this is very horrific. Two people lost their lives. Nine people got shot. I think total, maybe 11 total, but regardless, man, this all started from a fight or some shit. You know how shit go, man. Niggas get into it, whoop de whoop. You ain't gotta bring the guns involved, man. You get your ass whooped, you get your fucking ass whooped, bro. Live to see another day, make it back to your family, bro. Shake that shit off or something, my nigga. Take your fucking L. This shit not that fucking deep, bro. And I think as a fucking culture, as a society, we need to make it understood that taking an L in a fight ain't that deep. Don't be pussy. Put the shit down, put the fucking strap down, and let's get into it. Let's dance. And if you're the better man, so fucking be it. But we go fucking dance. Niggas don't want to dance no more. That shit crazy to me, bro. Like nine people got shot. Nine people could have lost their lives, bro. Two people lost their lives. This on top of other murders that been happening in Richmond recently. Now, I am glad to say that before all the bullshit, we were doing a good job as far as like murder rates and stuff like that. It was shaping up to be some of the best it's been in quite a while. But now you got this bullshit happening, man. It's just sucked to see that shit can go left and diagonal. God damn it. Lord forgive me. But yeah, man. Yeah, shit, man. You live in Richmond, fuck it. For anyone who fucking see this, bro. Like, don't crash out. Like, there's a lot of life to live. Like, you ain't gotta crash out. Only out of necessity and only out of defense. That's the only time I recommend crashing the fuck out. Go crazy if you're defending yourself. Because you might not even gotta go to jail. And I'm not saying do it purposely. Don't antagonize somebody to do something to make you defend yourself. That is not the same. I'm talking about you completely innocent and you got no choice but to defend yourself. It's a life or death situation. Fear for your life. Make that known that you fear for your fucking life. And if you got to handle your business because you're in fear for your fucking life. You got a family to feed. You got to be here for your family, friends, people depending on you, all that shit. That's all into account to why you make your decision of defending yourself in any circumstances, especially if it's to extreme circumstances. But this crash out shit, bro, this shit getting a little tiring. And this shit's so crazy, man. Like, that's why I embrace my unclism because you ain't catching me out nowhere. I'm chilling watching sports. I'm chilling, doing small shit. I'm a one-on-one at most 4-5 at a function type shit. Not even a function. I can't even call it that as a little shindig because that lessens the chances of some bullshit, especially being around my rounds. So yeah, man, just take your time out here, man. Let some shit cool off. Spend some time with your family. Stop being all out here in this motherfucking dead ass graveyard of the streets. And please be safe. Please understand that people got families. Please understand that people are parents. Please understand that people are children, daughters, and sons that their mothers and fathers are still dependent on in a sense, whether it's like elders or something like that. But man, I can go on and on and on, but this needs no explanation, bro. What the fuck going on with y'all niggas? Lay off the yerkies, lay off the crack, the cocaine, the white woman, because that's all what it is. That's all who's doing this. This is all systematically designed, my brother and sister. Don't you see that this is the plan of the white man? No, I'm just, it's Black History Month. Fuck all that. Because did we land on Plymouth Rock or did Plymouth Rock land on us? To be or to not to be? That is the question, y'all. The motherland is of the brother man and not the other man. Hey, shout out to the Caucasians that are actually not racist and peaceful. You know, y'all get that orange nigga out of the office. I feel a little better overall. But shout out to the white people that are cool though. I came across a couple white people recently. They actually cool. They actually is motherfuckers out here that's willing to embrace us, man. Before this all this other shit. I'll say that for another day. I'd got to some other shit, man. Happy Black History Month though. Can we please, as black people, love each other? That's all I was just gonna say.